We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred.
With Maxwell Silverhammer.
We are nothing sacred. With cruise control. We are nothing sacred.
Whoa! Yeah, bitches.
It is that time again, folks.
Yep, another drink. Well, what do we drink? Rap?
I don't know. Are we not the drunken sacred?
I'm the only one drinking tonight. It looks like, huh?
Yeah, I'm actually chilling. And of course, the Louie is the Halo. Halo.
Louie told me, tell him what you got, man. You got a beer?
Yeah, I have a beer, man.
What? Let me guess. A root beer.
It's an A&W root beer.
Yeah, see, I knew that. You wouldn't leave me hanging, man. You wouldn't leave me hanging, man. It was like
he did the same thing to me, so it's all good.
Dude, no, man, I can't be the only one. But I want to talk about some. But first of all, let's fucking tell us who. But by the way, there's an absence right now. We are.
Yes, minus the koala.
Or the Kahlua, yeah, the koala, the Kahlua. Yeah. So basically, Louie and I are the bakiyaki without the sake.
Yeah,
yeah.
I got the sake tonight.
Max is the side of sake.
I'm the side of sake. Yeah,
Max is Maxwell's sake hammer.
And I'm not drinking sake, by the way. I'm drinking PBR. So.
Oh yes, of course you are. The drink of champions. The stable.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, yeah, I don't drink that heavy shit. I drink PBR. How many have you had?
This is my first one.
No, but at the end of the night,
14.
Yeah, 14. Yeah, that's the way it is. Like, I don't drink really heavy beer. I just drink PBR. It's like, yeah, well,
how many tell you how much of a non-alcoholic I am. I don't even know what PBR stands for. What is that?
No, it's Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
But he's drinking a PBR, and it's a standard, 5% beer. He's like, yeah, I don't drink the heavy beer anymore. It's like, well, how many have you had? Oh, at the end of the night, I had 12.
Come on, man. Jump in there with the Everclear.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
That's the thing. It's like you have a 12-pack in the fridge. That thing's toast tonight.
Oh yeah, it's done. Well, I had the other night. I had one beer out of it, but that's it.
I guess we should introduce ourselves.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's true. I am cruise control,
and I'm Maxwell Silverhammer,
and I'm Louie Loke.
And maybe we'll get the koala one. If we do, we'll fuck with her.
Yeah,
but this is the somewhat drunken shrink wrap,
whatever the fuck.
Drunken sacred.
The drunken without the drunken. I'm the only drunk.
The not so drunken sink.
And you're not even drunk. Like I said, you've had one. That's like a tip of the iceberg.
I just started. I pop the beer open. When I jump on here. So
yeah. See, that's cheating. You should drink like 7 before you get on your team.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. Well, Maxwell Silver fucking hammer, bitch.
Well, I do have to start. Let's start with something. a little interesting here.
All right, kick it.
At least for me, I'll just say I am not drinking. I'm drinking water tonight.
Oh,
I had my smoothie earlier, so I'm drinking water. I am a little.
What's the reason? Is you have a reason?
Because I just decided to take a break for a while because it feels great, and also alcohol's a poison, and
right.
I'm kind of turning a corner a little bit in certain things. Like I don't know. I've this little confessional a little bit. I think I've been doing a little bit too harder than I need to. A lot harder for a long time. So it's time to take a break. Nice. Alcohol abuse is a serious thing, and so I'm just going to admit it and say that I've been abusing it. So I am taking some time, and I've noticed a lot of things, and I want to kind of go over some stuff. It's interesting stuff. I know we talked about a little bit about alcohol before, but I'm not sure if we really got into how fucking pervasive it is. Like there was a moment like about 6 o'clock where I'm like, dude, yeah, it's the fucking drink wrap, dude. It's just you've been chilling for a couple, for the week. Why don't you just go and grab a couple beers? And it's like, no, I'm not gonna do that.
Actually, Louie and I were talking about that before you came on. That very thing.
Well, I counsel people with addiction quite a bit. So. So this is almost like my specialty in a sense.
Yeah, and we can talk about it. So were you saying that I was saying I wasn't going to?
Well, I wasn't sure. I was kind of like, well, maybe he will, and maybe he'll turn the maybe he'll be like, well, I'm just gonna try, and just like you were thinking about it. You were thinking about, not to get too technical, but you were having a mental relapse in a sense.
Yes.
Thinking about it, you're like, yeah, man, that would be a good idea to just drink a couple of beers just for the drink wrap. Nothing for nothing else, for no other reason, right?
Right. Which is complete and utter bullshit. Is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it's rationalizing. It's the little voice in your head it's bargaining and rationalizing as well.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff involved in that, but it's also, you know, like you said, you want to hang out, you know, with and kind of be in the same moment. But then again, you've been doing this for months and you're not in the same quote unquote. It's a lie. It's all a bunch of bullshit. It's all a bunch of bullshit is what it is. It's a bunch of bullshit excuses to give yourself a reason to dampen your emotions and kind of, because I'm a little bit, I got my, you know, some stuff I'm doing tomorrow and, you know, I'm just concerned about certain family members, but that's all bullshit. It's all just a reason to go back to a comfort, to a habit.
Yeah. So it's like having a bad day where you say, man, I need a beer or something.
Yeah. And that's bullshit. That's complete bullshit. Because once you start doing that, then you're when you say you need something, obviously that's a bad sign.
Correct.
Because you don't need it. And if I did have a couple beers, I'd wake up tomorrow morning and I'd feel like, oh fuck, I got my improv.
You messed up.
Yeah, and
not just that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Not just that, but you know, you're going into this. I actually teach an entire class on this one subject about triggers, and it's basically this situation where you go into this situation like the drink wrap. You go into the situation and you're making a decision to say, you know what, I'm not going to do it. And so we kind of go through the situation of, well, how do you think and how do you feel and what are you going to do? What's the actions you're going to take? And the one thing that we talk about is, okay, you go into usually it's like a party. We always create the whole party situation.
Right.
And you go into a party and you're deciding not to use, but then you end up using. How do you feel later on, like afterwards? And every single time they're like I messed up.
Yeah, because you did. You broke a promise to yourself.
I broke a promise. Yeah, I broke a promise to myself, you know.
Or
I'm like, I've done it with food, you know, where I'll be like, oh man, certainly. You know, like today I was like, man, I'm gonna order some. Fuck it, I'm gonna get canes. You know, Raisin Canes. I don't know if you guys have one.
Yeah, we do.
You know, and I was gonna be good today and try to eat healthy, but then I'm like, yeah, fuck it. And then I ordered Raisin Canes. So, you know, big fucking caniac, you know. So yeah, I'll try to rationalize eating. Oh well, you know, it's Saturday. Fuck it.
And that's the thing. I'm like, it's Saturday. I'll be able to. I'll start at. I'll have a couple beers at 7, so I'll get a good night's sleep, quote unquote.
Never just be a couple beers.
Right. And then I wake up at 2 a.m. and I'm like, oh God, I got to get to this improv thing. And then I can't sleep for 4 hours.
Oh God.
Because there's a lot of stuff going on because alcohol has been causing a lot of anxiety. That's probably the big thing. And I think one of the things is you get this, it's like almost like the term I've heard for it. It's interesting. It's called existential dread. It's almost like this constant feeling of dread. Like where you're like, oh God, you know, like because you're constantly anxious and anxiety causes, it's like a dread, like, oh God.
So normal things that wouldn't normally bother you all of a sudden start to become.
Yeah. Like for instance, you know, I run an improv group, my improv group tomorrow. If I drank tonight, I wake up tomorrow morning and, oh God, what am I going to do? How many people come? What if this happens? What if that happens? Wow.
Interesting.
And it's all for a couple of hours to abate, of like that anxious feeling like that you already have.
Yeah.
And so what's
really funny about that is that people use, let's say, alcohol, since it's a downer, and they use it, or they call it a depressive drug, but doesn't cause depression.
Well, it can.
Maybe for some people, maybe.
It could in certain situations.
Yes, absolutely.
But what a lot of people use it for is to alleviate anxiety, whether it be social anxiety, like, oh, I can't talk to chicks until I
take some beers.
Take some beers. You know, they do that kind of thing. But also like to alleviate any anxiety just in general. And then when you come off the high, so to speak, right? Because alcohol is kind of like a drug. It's the same kind. It has the same similar properties, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Once you come off the high, the anxiety comes back.
Well, here's the thing.
I think that's what's going on with him.
It comes back worse.
Well, since we're confessing things, you know, I can kind of identify here a little bit because what cruise control is talking about. Because I've noticed like a lot of shit that didn't get to me back in the day. Now that I do drink a little more than I used to, you know, I have found that I've been more anxious about dumb shit, you know.
And there's a couple reasons for that. The main reason is that alcohol is a poison. It's literally a poison, and it fucks your whole hormone system. It fucks with your mind. It changes the cortisol rate in your brain, basically. And cortisol is the stress hormone. So it actually increases that dramatically. Also increases blood pressure a lot, and heart rate. It does a whole bunch of fucked up shit. Changes the pH balance of your blood to be more acidic than alkaline. It's just a ton of shit. If you look at it and go, why am I doing this shit? Right. And it's because it's ingrained in a lot of what we do as a society. It's literally everywhere.
Yeah. And it's social. It's like, oh yeah, have a drink. Let's go to a wine tasting. Let's go to
let's take the runner. Let's take the bar.
Yeah.
Imagine yourself. I want you to think. I want to this little.
I know where you're going already. If I went there and didn't drink.
Yeah,
right?
It's like, and just think about how you feel about that concept. It makes you feel kind of sick, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
That's not good, dude. Yeah. You shouldn't want to go to I'm not saying, hey, I'm not trying to pick you apart. This isn't about you. You're going to do what you're going to do with your life. This is all about me and how I've come to see things a little bit. That's not good to be like, oh, you couldn't be around those people if you were sober. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, some of them, it's like they're, they're cool when you're drinking, but if you're being sober around them, it's kind of like,
exactly. So you couldn't even if you thought the idea of saying, hey, go there one night and don't have a beer. Drink a fucking a soda or a ginger ale or water or whatever like that, and just watch it and see. You're like, no.
I would never do that. And that's the thing. That's what's so crazy. But it's kind of, the bar might be a bad example because it's
no, it's not. It's not a bar. It doesn't matter where it is. It's a party. It's nothing sacred. It's your environment.
It's the environment.
It's a restaurant.
That causes you to possibly.
And if I go to a restaurant, obviously it's not a big deal. I don't have to drink when I go to a restaurant. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, when was the last time in the evening that you've gone to a restaurant and haven't had a beer?
That I've had a beer at a restaurant?
That you haven't had a beer at a restaurant in the evening.
That's a lot, dude. I usually go to restaurants and don't order beer. Every once in a while, but
okay. That's
like,
good.
Matter of fact, most restaurants I go to, like if I go out with my parents or something like that, usually I drink water. I don't order soda or anything like that. So
that's good. That's good. At least something. But a bar, I guess the bar is a place to drink.
Yeah, the bar is a drinking. Now, here's a better example might be like some of the networking mixers that I go to at night. Because I don't necessarily have to drink wine to be there. You know what I'm saying? And it's not really, they have wine, but it doesn't mean I have to partake. But and I've been to a few of them where I didn't drink wine, but that was some time ago now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you that might be once in a while. I guess my point is that like there's certain places, certain things that you can't go to, and that's where one of my problems is that if I wanted to go out to see a comedy, an open mic comedy at a bar, it's just constantly there. It's just there. It's like all around you at a bar, and it's a bar, and there's people ordering drinks, and you're there, and you might be doing some open mic or whatever.
Right.
So it's conditioning, but it's also like how many people, any other drug, how many people, if you go, I really don't want any heroin tonight, they're gonna go, you sure you're not gonna have any heroin?
Right. It's kind of a
come on, have some heroin, man. Come on, open your fucking vein up. Come on, dude.
Right.
Come on, man. This is a party, bro. This is my birthday, man. Come on, have some heroin, dude. Just take a fucking injection, bro.
I mean, there probably are some people that would do that.
There's situations where that's
but I'm talking about 90%. Talking about the
Yeah, I know. Like the fact that alcohol is legal and both legal and social, right?
And social, but also it's almost like considered like if you don't have a drink, you're not having
having fun. You can't be having fun.
Yeah, like it's something that I think a lot of people have done. Like before,
honestly, I have fun watching the people.
Well,
run amok.
I have a family member that used to have an issue with alcohol, and what they would do is if you didn't want to drink with them, they'd start insulting you. Oh, you're a faggot. You're this. So it was that kind of thing.
Yeah, and that, or just hey, you sure, or come on, on,
dude, just have a beer. Come on,
have a beer, because they're trying to make themselves feel better about what they're doing.
They want you to do it.
And they also have this misconception that if you don't, like we used to say it ourselves, you're not on the same level.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm actually more intelligent than you right now, and I'm actually going to remember most of the evening, or all the evening.
Well, it's like the joke that I always make, where I say sometimes I feel like the only sober person at a Grateful Dead concert.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the thing is, you don't necessarily need that, and you can be around people that aren't, that are or not. And it's the what is it? The fear of it's FOMO. It's one of the new things too. FOMO it's a acronym for fear of missing out.
Oh,
I'm missing out on something. I'm missing out on a feeling
but you know what, man? You got to admit, there are some people, like, if they're drunk and you're sober, you can't be around them. They're just annoying.
Well, yeah. So you don't be around them, but instead the opposite. Well, instead of not being around them, I'm going to get drunk too, so I can
deal with them.
So you tolerate them, yeah.
Yeah, because there are some people. I'm sorry, there are some people I know that if I'm sober, I can't be sober around that motherfucker.
Yeah, and I get that, but that's kind of the whole problem about why it's so hard to quit in any society.
Oh yeah,
and most societies, because that's the thing about it. It's not like. It's the weird thing about alcohol. Alcohol isn't permeated almost every fucking society ever. Like,
that's true.
It's been around for fucking thousands and thousands of years. Hell, religion's based around it. Blood of Christ.
Oh yeah, it's wine. Yep.
If you think about it too, like that whole idea with prohibition, that didn't work.
No, I'm not for any of that kind of shit. Like,
it did not work.
Right.
Like,
all they did was make it underground and just start doing stuff, on the back end.
That's part of the thing, and it's because it's been such an integral part of every society that when you try to take it away, you can't at this point, because a lot of our because I'm not going to say alcohol is completely useless, because it definitely greased. There's a lot of kids that wouldn't have been born who changed the world if alcohol wasn't involved.
That's true.
And I'm not even talking about that night. I'm not even talking about that night. I'm talking about the first time two people meet and they're both buzzed off of glasses of wine. They start talking about their lives that they wouldn't have done if they hadn't drank.
That's true. They opened up a little bit.
And then, so I'm not saying that I'm just saying that trying to get away from it, even for a while, is it's everywhere, dude.
Yeah,
it's on every goddamn. I said, if I wanted to go out to a comedy thing or to sometimes after our improv stuff, hey, we're gonna go to the Hop Valley and have a bite to eat. And it's a brewery, and it's like, oh, you're gonna go with us? Sure.
Yeah, and then you're
at Hop Valley, and you're like,
I think I'm gonna have a beer. Fuck, it's a beer.
You just got done running an improv show or improv thing, so it's a quote unquote reward for getting that done and doing that.
Right.
So it's like all this psychological bullshit, and I've just realized that I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the back and forth. I'm tired of the regret of just feeling like, God, I feel like, what did I,
Well, how sometimes in Alcoholics Anonymous or things like that, they talk about hitting rock bottom.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to hit like rock bottom in the sense that you hit a financial like skid or you hit, you end up on the streets or something like that. I think you're at your rock bottom where you're just like, I'm just tired of this. I'm tired of this whole
where your body you just said enough of this. Yeah.
And it's my body, it's in my mind as well. The mind thing is worse. Like I said, that constant nagging feeling like in the back of your shoulders. Like, then you go, and then you take a drink, and a lot of it is psychological, because it's impossible for alcohol, and it's just and also I'm going to say this before I'll stop before I say what I was going to say, but I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to talk about this because there's also that little piece of shame that's involved. Like, hey, I'm admitting something I don't talk about myself personally much on the show. I don't talk about my personal issues or this kind of stuff. So coming out and saying this kind of stuff, and a lot of it is shame, like, because you feel like shameful for having these, something that is an addiction, is something that you need to deal with.
Yeah, sure.
And so that's why I'm like, you know what, fuck it.
At least you call it an addiction.
Yeah, it's interesting you call it an addiction.
Some people will. I mean, I get a lot of people in my groups that will talk about, I'm just a weed smoker. I'm not an addict. And I'll tell them, okay, are there times where you don't pay the rent because you're too busy smoking it up on
because you got high?
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. That song. Yeah, right. Like that dude's an addict.
Yeah, well, that's what he's making fun of. Afroman.
Afro Man. That's it. I was trying to remember what his name was.
Well, I think there's obviously levels. Like I've never had an issue,
sure.
But I have had an issue waking up and spending $30-$40 on fucking DoorDash at 11:30 at night. And you're like, what the fuck are you doing? It's like, well, I was gonna, and then the later day, this game, it's $20. Oh man, I can't get that game. You're like, last night you just spent $35 on some fucking Wendy's that were fucking worth like $12.
Right.
Correct.
And
it's complete bullshit because it's your inhibitions. Your inhibitions go away. And there's also that, because there's also moderation. Moderation is great for the first drink, but after the first drink, your mind's in that mode, and then you're like, "Hey, fuck that moderation shit. Let's go have a beer."
Like, I'm feeling good.
That's the thing.
Feeling good.
So the moderation thing only works if you're not an addict.
Yeah.
Because once you are, it's out the window.
Yeah. Because if the moderation thing would work, then you could drink one or two and be done.
Yeah.
But it doesn't normally happen that way. You have every intention.
Yes, exactly.
Now I'm going into the DSM of this thing.
Oh yeah.
You have every intention of actually doing that. Like, I'm just going to drink 2 beers. It's cool. And then you end up drinking 3 or 4, 5 or 6,
whatever, until you get to the point where you're there.
Yeah.
There's a there point.
Well, yeah, where you're like, all right, I'm comfortably fucked up. Now I'm going to go to sleep, or something.
Exactly, or whatever. Now I'm going to listen to music for a while, or now I'm going
to do the drunken sacred.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to fucking order $12 worth of Wendy's for $30. From fucking sucks. 11 in the evening, like it's like I said, and it's not.
Not to jump off of this, but I hate that DoorDash and all these different things because they do charge a lot of money just to deliver your stuff, man.
You are paying for convenience, though, man. You are paying for
but you're also
but how much is the convenience?
Yeah.
It's almost like you were saying, $12 meal for $30. That's almost triple the amount that you would pay if you just.
Well, that's true. If you just went to this,
if you had the. Right, if you had the ability, because you have.
Well, in our case too, there's another factor.
Do you drive, Jeff? I don't.
Do I what?
I never. Do you drive?
No,
I didn't know. Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
That's why this is.
Like,
it's
maybe
kind of.
Maybe he has enough vision to do that. I don't know. Shit.
No, hell no. But I
always mess with people and say, "Hey, if you see me on the street, both of us are
hell
dead."
to the no." I had a thought I was trying to finish though. But let's say even if you do let's say you wake up, you had a beer the night before, and it's a cycle too, because it gets you into a cycle of like you wake up and you feel anxious and you're all anxious the whole day. You know what will cure that anxious. You know what will take that away instantly.
Right.
And that's the thing. Right. And that's the scary part of it. It's not because alcohol takes 15-20 minutes to go through your bloodstream, right?
Yeah.
All right. But when you take that first drink, you automatically feel
it's partial placebo.
Yes.
And partial the actual thing that's happening.
Yeah, it's a mind fuck. You know what I'm talking about.
Because I like every once in a while I drink energy drinks, right?
Yeah.
And as I'm pouring the drink into the cup, I'm already got that feeling like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have some energy right now.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Or like same thing happens with caffeine. You take the first sip of that energy drink,
and all of a sudden you're feeling it, right?
But you're not feeling it. You can't possibly be feeling it.
There's no way that's possible.
No, because the caffeine takes 30 minutes to get into your system.
It's psychological.
Exactly. So that's partial. It's partial placebo. That's why I call it partial placebo, and then partial the actual, the actual effect that it really does have on you.
It's a mind fuck, and it's actually fucking crazy that your mind will trick you into that, and it will tell, and you'll like I said, you'll bargain. Well, I'll drink tonight, but I won't drink for the rest of the week. I'll drink tonight, and then I won't drink for I'll drink whatever.
You're keeping track of the days. 2 more days, and I can drink or some dumb shit.
Yeah,
right?
well, that's the reward system. That's the I finished this hard week, and so I deserve a beer.
Right, right.
I deserve a beer, and then Monday morning you're fucking feeling like shit.
Right.
And you're like, oh, it's another week of shit. I can't wait till Friday. So your week's already fucking fucked because you're already focusing on the Friday when you can get another drink.
Right. You're looking
forward.
So
what are you doing though? What are you doing though to like fill those hours that you would normally fill with drinking?
Oh, I'm reading and gaming, and it's better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And here's the thing about it. And that's
a lot of people don't have an answer to that question. By the way,
and actually, my question would be: are you doing some things that you weren't doing prior to? You know what I mean? Like some stuff that you're like, damn, I used to do this all the time. I've been putting it in the back seat for a minute. You know?
No, not really. No. I usually do the same thing.
Max should be a counselor too, man.
Yeah. Hey, man. I can't say. I used to do the suicide hotline, so I'm a little bit qualified.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
So.
Yeah. There you go.
But you know what I'm talking about, Max. So you're agreeing with a lot of the same things that I'm saying.
Well, because I mean, I can't lie. I've had some of the same shit sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You know, like we were talking about the anxiety right there. You struck a chord with me. I was like, whoa, yeah, that does happen.
It's this general anxiety. It's like about everything. Yeah. And you worry about things that you can't have any. Like I normally worry about things that I have any control over. But you also but it gets to the point where it's like, it's like, oh God, I gotta get the show ready today. I'm like, dude, you've gotten the show ready every fucking week for the last fucking
right. Or just stupid
5
things.
years.
Like, okay, let's see. I gotta grab, like, I'm waiting here on paratransit. I gotta grab my cane, my jacket. Fuck, oh man, I hope this, you know, and you're just worried about stupid shit, you know, sometimes. And
so it becomes a vicious cycle once you take that first drink or that first bite of food or that first energy drink or whatever, you're like, okay, I'm back. Oh, everything's okay.
Yeah. Right.
All right. And then that lasts for an hour or two, and then the cycle continues and gets worse and worse. And so, like the base thing is relief. I wake up in the morning. I mean, it's been a week or so. I've been chilling, but the point is, it's night and day. You wake up in the morning and you're like, I feel fucking good. And you say things to yourself like, what am I going to do today? You know, instead of, oh God, what did I do last night? You're going,
you're right.
Yeah.
Right.
The worst shit. And I don't know why this happens, but I'll do this a lot where if I'm hungover or something, I'll keep saying, God, I'm fucked up. God, I'm fucked up. Yeah. I'm like, who am I talking to? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're talking to yourself because basically it's terrible shit, man. It really is. And I'm not saying anybody out there, you do what you're going to do if you can drink in moderation or whatever.
Right.
But even if you drink in moderation, it's still fucking with you. Like people that stop to drink two glasses of wine a night or a couple times a week, they notice major differences in their whole mentality. It literally is a poison. And I want to say something before I go further, because I don't want to become one of those people who becomes the fucking Messiah preacher man.
Right. Where you're trying to be like, and you're not being self-righteous, like, you know, this is what you need to do.
Yeah, you drink. Oh, well, I stopped that a week ago. And it's nothing. Or a month ago.
That sounds silly.
Yeah. Well, there are people, you know, that like the self-righteous.
I stopped that a week ago. I'm a week ahead of you.
Yeah, or even a month or a year. It doesn't matter. The whole point is the superiority thing is not going to help anybody. It just makes you look like a dick.
Right.
It turns people off from the idea.
No.
Totally.
Well, I mean, here's the deal. Even with counseling, it's everybody's got a journey.
Yeah.
It's not my journey. Right.
Right.
I can lead you in the right direction, but where you go, if you decide, you know, if you choose, then come on. But if you don't, then I guess that's it for us. That's all.
I can't force you on this.
Relationship's done. You know, I can't do anything for you.
Yep. Yeah. And I think a lot of the problem also, and I'm going off a little bit, but this is that people think it's a matter of willpower.
Oh yeah. No,
it's willpower. You can fight this and push, because that's what makes you feel guilty and like a shithole in the next day, because you don't have that willpower
because you messed up, because it's all on you. If you're putting it on your willpower, then your willpower failed you again.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. And then you go, fuck my will. And then you get down on yourself and you feel like shit the whole day. And then you're like, oh, fuck it. I did it last night, you know, or whatever.
That's a cycle do it again. There.
Yep. And so and another, what's been, and I've been, you know, battling this for a while, you know, I'll just be honest. One of the things that's really helped is instead of saying, I'm just not going to do it, it's saying, why? What reason? Well, because of the Nothing Sacred show. Okay, well, how is it going to make it better? How many times in the next morning have you gone, God, the end of the show, I must have sounded like a fucking moron.
I don't do that, but you know, I dig it. I dig it.
Well, but my point is that like it's there's the reason is why. What's the reasoning?
Right.
What's the excuse? Well, I want to make this better. How is it going to make it better? Oh, I'll play this game for a couple hours. It'd be really cool because I'll be kind of feeling weird and be feeling buzz. And You're like, no, you'll play the game for 45 minutes, and then you won't be able to play the game anymore.
Right.
And then then for an hour you'll just be staring at the screen or something like that, and then you'll go order fucking whatever, or do something. But it's
order Wendy's for $30.
Yeah. or it's gonna make me relax and feel relaxed. No, it's not. Right. It's not gonna make you feel relaxed. It's gonna dull your senses and make you feel stupid. And then when you wake up, you're gonna feel worse than you did before. So it's like reasons like you can't lie to yourself at a certain point,
Yeah.
You stop lying to yourself and go, so I think I'm at a big turning point where it's just, I can't fucking lie to myself anymore and go, oh, this is a reason for this. Cause it's not, it's just a waste of fucking money and time and emotions. And it changes my whole outlook on things during the day.
Yeah.
Like, one little thing will fucking worry me or set me off, and I'll get all fucking
to the point where you're not motivated to do anything, huh?
And that happened today, but I'm proud. I'm happy to say that I didn't fucking quote unquote give in. It's not necessarily give in. It's just I just realized the consequences.
Right.
There's a difference between that, I guess, and willpower. It's like, or maybe it's the same thing. I don't know. What do you think, Lou?
Willpower is a tricky thing because willpower has to do with like white knuckling it. Like. I'm going to face my fear and I'm going to handle temptation. But really, what you're doing is you're avoiding the triggers, avoiding the things that would possibly get you into that situation in the first place, which is smarter than willpower, because willpower is almost like, oh, I'm going to go to the bar and I'm going to fight the temptation to not drink. You're going to lose.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to a place where it's readily available,
Yeah.
So and that's true. So there's ways of getting around that. But I think, at some point I'd like to be able to go to a place to do something.
Sure, and you will, but not now.
Yeah, right. Not now. It's not the right, and I can't make that excuse. Well, it's just one, because what's going to happen. Like tomorrow after my improv group, if they go, hey, I just can't go down there.
So you just will not go out afterwards with them, is what you're saying?
Not right now, right?
Not right now. It's just because it's not the right situation. It's like anything else. Yeah. Like you have to understand, you have to know yourself and admit shit to yourself. Like you said, triggers. Like even tonight I was almost tempted to go, but I'm glad I didn't. So now I'm like, now
like I said, we planned for you to do that. We were both Louie and I were going, oh yeah, you know what? I bet you. Let's see if he caves, man. Let's see if we were even talking about this.
We weren't trying to like make it to where it was like, oh yeah, he's gonna cave. Don't worry about it.
No, but it was.
But I was kind of wondering,
kind of thing.
What was going to happen? What was going to happen? Would he come on here?
Yeah, go ahead, Louie.
Would he come on here and be like, yeah, man, I got my stuff right here?
Because I think I want to say it was the last drink rap where you did say to me, I don't think I'm going to drink tonight. And then all of a sudden, remember you said, oh, I went and got some beers.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, but here's the thing that would have happened tonight if I would have got some. And this is the fucked up thing. I would have lied.
Oh, wow.
Probably.
Damn. For real?
Maybe.
That's the addict's mentality.
Yeah, I guess. So you would have been drinking and saying, I'm not drinking?
Like I said, shame. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I could be lying to you guys now, but I think I know you. I think you know I'm not.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, I don't hear.
No,
we don't hear the F word too much.
No, that's how you know.
That's what it's his trademark, man.
No, but that's something that's crazy to admit. But that's the shame part. That's when it makes you. It's just a cycle. It's just fucking spiral, man.
It is.
And then you go fuck, and then I shouldn't have done that, and I fucking these this is stupid, and I'm a dumb, I'm a fucking whatever.
All right.
That was
So now that you have all this great stuff here, do you feel like you have a support system? And I'm not saying that you necessarily have to do AA or some of these anonymous groups.
Oh yeah,
you don't necessarily have to do that, right?
Actually, there's something. Yeah, I want to say something about that in a minute too, with those AA groups. But anyway, that's a good question. Do you feel
okay? So with me with AA, okay, me with AA or NA, all these anonymous groups, right?
Yeah.
My dad's been sober for 30 years, and it has to do with them. Okay, so I can't say that they don't work for anybody, right?
No. Well, here's
but
my thing.
I honestly don't think that they work for everybody. Is the thing.
Well, here's my deal though. It's almost like going from one addiction to the next with these things, because yeah, they may stay sober, but then the mindset is, I need this group to stay sober. You know, so there becomes this dependence where it's like, well, why can't you just, you know, so.
Well, it doesn't, that's a little tricky to counteract because I guess
anything could be necessarily,
that way. It's not necessarily a need, right?
Right.
Because what ends up happening, and I know a lot about the 12 steps and things like that, but basically what ends up happening eventually, once you've gone through these steps, is you're going to meetings not for you, but for other people to help them get through what they're going through.
Mm-hmm. And that in turn helps.
So it's almost like you're looking out for other people. So
you don't helps you look out for yourself too.
So there's something in that where you feel like, I mean, it's kind of foreign to me. So excuse me if I sound.
No. Well, I mean, here's the deal. Have you ever done something for someone else and it makes you feel way better than just doing something for yourself?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've had that where I'm like, I got them. I hooked them up with that or whatever. You know?
Yeah. See, you get that. So I think that's what keeps them going. I think initially what they do need it, right?
Right.
They need people who are also trying to get sober and trying to figure out how are they doing it? Maybe there's something that I can learn from them, you know, that they're doing. But, you know, now that my dad's sober for 30 years, I'm sure he's teaching all these youngsters all kinds of shit, you know?
Now, does he still go? He still goes to the meetings, I'm assuming.
So Trip out on this, because I thought the same thing. He said, yeah, I went to a meeting last week, blah, blah, blah. And he was like in his 60s, right? He'd been sober for like 20 years at that point.
Okay.
I said, Dad, you still go to meetings? He goes, every once in a while. I go, why? He goes, because sometimes life gets shitty, son. And it makes you want to go use again, but you're like, you know what? I have my support system. I'm going to go to a meeting and kind of avoid the trigger and not mess with that stuff. And hopefully that craving or that feeling of wanting to use it again goes away at that point.
So that's
kind of the hope.
So to fight the temptation. Okay. I got it. So it's to fight the temptation. It's going to that. Okay. I got you.
Yeah. Well, at least for him, it is now.
Yeah.
You know, like occasionally if things get kind of rough and he's like, I don't want to, you know, I usually turn to drugs and do this. And then he's gonna say to himself, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna go do this instead. And I hopefully I'll feel better by the time I get done.
Right.
And I won't feel like life shit wall to wall. And you know, I have to go use. You know?
Well, you know, I got to give credit where credit is due. The family member I talk about, you know, had issues with both drugs and alcohol for a while. And man, they quit cold turkey and they won't go near it again. I mean, this person can even be like you're saying, I could take this person, I could take him to a bar and he won't drink. You know what I'm saying? He's and I'm like, how the fuck can you get around that?
That does work for some people.
Yeah. Not for everybody.
They just change their mindset.
Yep.
I have a feeling that Cruise Control is one of those people only because he keeps telling himself that alcohol is poison.
Well,
which is actually a good thing to tell yourself that. Like, you want to feed yourself poison? What are you doing? You know, that's going to be like something constantly in his head as the triggers come, because they will come, as the cravings come, because they will come.
Right.
Yeah.
But
look,
but at times at those times, if he keeps reminding himself, you know what, if I do this,
and that's before you go any further, Max, I just wanted to say that in terms of a support system, in a way, I don't have like a group I go to, or I have certain people that I can trust that would say, if I said, hey, I don't want to do this, you know, they go, okay, cool. But but then that's one of I think the benefits of social media in some ways. If you can go on YouTube and you can find people that you can, first of all, you can find all the shit it does to you and you can go, oh God.
Right.
Like this is, and you can see literally pictures of people's bodies after, you know, like that, you know, and just like that. That's one way. But you also go on YouTube and other things, and it's 30 days without alcohol, 6 months without alcohol, 2 weeks without alcohol. And none of them say, well, it's been okay. It's, you know, it's like they're all like, holy shit, I feel like night and day. It's like the best thing I've ever, and you read the comments, it's the best thing I've ever done.
Right. So it's all positive. It's not like,
and hopefully they'll give you some tips on how to handle it too. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
I was tempted here, and this happened, and a friend tried to offer me some, and I was like, oh man, what am I gonna do? And then I decided to,
now, what I want to know,
the temptation a little bit, and get out of that.
Well, what I want to know, Cruise Control, is this going to be a forever thing, or will you occasionally, maybe once in a while, have a few drinks or something?
That's another pitfall of the whole addiction thing, is to make the all or nothing black and white comment about what you're going to be doing and how you're going to do it.
Okay.
It's the willpower thing. I don't know. All I know is that I feel a sense of relief.
Okay.
I still have this nagging.
It's the old cliche. It doesn't mean anything to people like normies like us, in a sense, because you're like, what the hell? I live life day by day anyway, right?
Yeah,
right.
But it literally is a day by day thing. Yeah. So today he's feeling good about his idea to not drink, and sobriety. Tomorrow he might be tempted, but he still might conquer it, through like trying to avoid it or trying to figure out a situation to where he can get out of it. But one day he might slip and fall, and
it's good. I'm glad you
part of the process.
I'm glad you didn't make any statements like, oh yeah, dude, I'm not drinking ever again, because there are people that will say shit like that.
And that's the thing. And guess what happens when they do? It's the willpower thing times 10, because they're taking it,
now you're making it almost like a public statement, right?
Yeah, right. And not only that, but also 90% of the time when you say shit like that, I'm a gonna, it's a mental masturbation on your own part.
Right. So for you do it for you, not for
yourself
others.
Feeling good at that moment, and that almost feels like you've done it. Like, yeah, I'm never doing this again. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
it's like, and then a week later you're like, well, fuck it. And it's that fuck it. It's the fuck it mode. That's part of it too. But yeah, it's reinforcing certain things, because I know it. It's just it in your bones, man, literally and figuratively. When you're laying there in the morning or at 2 a.m. when you wake up, because you wake up in the middle of the night, you can't get back to sleep.
I've never had that problem, but I know what you're saying. Usually alcohol knocks me the fuck out for a good long time, but
that's because he has like 14.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I drink enough to knock me out,
Yeah. and that's the thing. It doesn't make you, and the thing about it is also that people don't realize. You think, well, I've been drinking a day or two. It's still there.
Yeah.
It takes a while.
Well, the fact you even thought about that. I haven't drank in 2 days. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying whatever the amount is. Like, I'm not even talking about thinking about 2 days. I'm not even talking about the mental stuff. I'm talking about the little physiological changes that are in your body. Take days to get to fix. Days. And it's literally scientifically proven now. It takes days to get yourself into some normal hormonal state, even after just one night of party. So like, you think like, yeah, I'm great. I've been drinking 3 days, but you drank 4 days in a row.
Right. So that's it's still working its way out of your system.
Yes. Even though the alcohol itself is out of your system, because the crazy thing about like things like DTs and psychosis and all that shit, it rarely happens. For most of those people who drink heavily, they stop drinking cold turkey for 2 or 3 days. Then
that's when they start.
Then they get that kind of they get. You know what I'm talking about? Delayed stuff, because their bodies are so fucked up and so used to it that 1 or 2 days is nothing.
Yeah. It takes 3 days to pretty much withdraw from something.
Yeah.
Any kind of drug, right?
Yeah.
It takes approximately 3 months of sobriety to kind of say, okay, I think I can handle some temptation here and there,
Right. Right.
And then it literally, sometimes it takes, depending on the type of drug it is, it could take 3 years to kind of get that. The activities that I used to do.
It's the behaviors.
The activities that I used to do. Now they're bringing me joy again. Because before, the only thing that brought me joy was my drug.
Well, that's why I asked earlier about, are you doing things that you hadn't done for a long time?
Right.
Or
no, I'm doing the same things, but they're much more fun.
I see.
Gotcha.
And it's just like I said, it's just a sense of relief. Like, I know tomorrow I'm not going to wake up feeling like shit.
Now, and here's another thing too. As you if you do like, whatever you do,
Yeah.
we're not making any promises.
And let's do this too.
say-
we're not gonna rip on you if you decide next show,
No.
hey, I'm drinking.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a process.
Yeah.
Of course.
Sometimes you have to just deal with stuff, but
And it's his journey. It's not mine,
Well, yeah, that's it. It's like whatever you want to do. I mean, there was something I talked to Cruise Control about yesterday, where he's like, hey, dude, it's your life. Whatever the fuck you want to do,
you're gonna do it. I don't agree with it, but hey, it's okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
I just wanted to get that out and just talk about it a bit. It feels good to do it, just to talk about it, because there's no shame in it. The shame is all in your own head, and it just causes you to be worse.
Yeah.
And I've had some family members who have gone over the deep end recently, and it also woke me up. They went.
Oh yeah.
And I said, I'm not going to do that, and not even I'm not going to do that. But why am I doing the same thing that caused that to happen? Even if it's not, oh well, I'm drinking this and he's drinking that. It's the same stuff.
It's the same thing.
It's the same stuff. It doesn't matter how much. Oh, I'm only drinking half a cup of cyanide while he's drinking a full cup.
That's funny.
Interesting.
Here's the thing with that too. I was thinking about it. If let's say you decided to like stay sober for like, I don't know, 3 years or something, and then all of a sudden you wanted to drink again, right? Just for kicks, just for like, the temptation's too much, I just want to do it, right? In your mind, you're like, yeah, I used to be able to handle like six pack or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But your body's going to be like, oh, whoa, wait, you're giving me what? You're giving me how much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why, especially with drugs, not necessarily with alcohol, but, I guess it could happen with alcohol. You can end up ODing, on a drug, especially if you're like, oh, yeah, back in the day, I used to handle this much of it. I know how much I can handle.
Or get yourself. You could get yourself really sick.
That's the whole point. I mean, that's what he's saying. He's saying, that's what happens with a lot of overdoses. That they do it again and they do the same amount they used to do, and their bodies are completely free.
I can't handle the 20 beers that I used to drink, or whatever.
Right.
Hell, even a month later.
But the mind says, yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. You used to do it all the time, man. Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
Right.
You can do it. And it's like your body's like, whoa, wait a minute. What the hell? I've been clean for this long, and now all of a sudden you're going to feed me this stuff again? Like, oh, shoot, I can't handle this.
Right. What is this?
Down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just I'm just being honest. I mean, regardless of whether I decide, I know what it is. It's like playing with fire or whatever. But it's just awful shit. Like even the person that I'm concerned about, it's like now I'm concerned constantly if it's gonna happen again. And it's like it's terrible. That's why they have things like Al-Anon and other things for family members, because it's just awful shit, man. Really, just to be honest.
I'll tell you a really quick crazy story about Al-Anon.
Oh shit!
The irony of the drink grab. I'm saying it's awful shit. Max is like, yeah, go.
Go.
Yeah. Well, in case anybody's wondering, I'm on my third beer now, so hey.
All right, now you got 15% alcohol in you.
Yeah, damn right, man. I'm getting down.
Yeah. So, but my point, and that's like I said, it's no preaching. But go ahead about Al-Anon.
Yeah. Funny story about Al-Anon. I was thinking, I had to attend like an AA meeting, and I had to attend an Al-Anon meeting. It was all for my degree.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna go to this Al-Anon meeting, no big deal, blah blah blah, right? And because of the fact that I grew up with a family that had a bunch of drug addicts, I actually learned something about myself in the Al-Anon meeting, and I said, "Oh my gosh!"
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is that I've been accused by many people of being very closed off, like not telling. If I have a problem, I don't tell anybody anything.
No way.
That may be a product.
Hold on, guys.
Impaired.
We gotta stop for a second. Koala just jumped in here.
Whoa!
I'm
man,
sorry to derail Louie's Al-Anon.
50 minutes later.
Yeah, what's up? As far as I know, she's not part black, but hey.
Is she even there, or is she still waiting to do?
No, I didn't make a waiting room, so it says she's joined. She probably has to do her thing where she unmutes. Her mutery, whatever the fuck it is.
So we got through all the
Well, no, you
intro.
know what? I want to hear Louie finish the Al-Anon thing that you were saying.
Yeah, I've been accused of like, being closed off. Like my wife even says that. She's like, when you have a problem, like let's say a financial problem, you just try to solve it yourself. You don't try to ask me how we should take care of it. It's our money. Like and I do little things like that. I just do it on my own. I'm like, I can handle it on my own. And I didn't know this or didn't realize it, but one of the people in the Al-Anon meeting said, yeah, I'm really closed off. I don't open myself up to people. I don't do this. And it's a product of the system that I was in. And I was like, no way. So that's the reason why I am how I am. Holy shit.
That's interesting. Well, and you're what's called a secondary victim, right?
Yeah.
In that case. So it's
by the way, if Koala is there, I think I saw her connecting to audio. I'm not sure if she's connected. Are you connected, Koala?
She's still mutified. She's been having some phone issues lately too. So just,
okay.
There you go.
Oh, there she is.
All right.
Welcome.
Hey, welcome.
Sorry, I had a very sick dog this week.
Is he okay?
You just missed my alcoholic confession of
dear.
It was a movie of the week presentation. I started crying. No, I'm sorry. No.
Dear.
I'm not drinking tonight, and I'm proud of myself because I'm kind of taking a break.
So we're the two only drunk fuckers on this one, Koala.
How do you know I'm drinking?
Well, maybe you weren't. Are you not drinking too?
No, I am.
Of course she is.
I just wanted to know how you knew that.
No, but it's like the force. The balance is restored. We've got two people who are drinking and two people who are not.
There we go.
All right.
Well, let me ask you first though, Koala, is Vassar okay?
Yeah, we had a really rough week. We had he was basically going to, not to be too
graphic
about it.
He was blasted all over the apartment.
He was this whole week he's been crapping and throwing up.
Ooh,
and I took him to the vet on Monday, and the idiot that I took him to gave him an antibiotic because he thought that's what was wrong with him, was bacterial infection. And then the second day I went back and I said, he's still not vomiting, or,
still vomiting, huh?
He's still vomiting. So he got an antiemetic shot. And then Thursday, I was just at my wit's end. And then finally yesterday, I just called one of my friends in the morning who is a client of mine. And I said, I don't know if you can, it's an imposition, but I don't know if you can just have the guy that you work for look at him, because this guy is clearly not understanding what's going on. So he did not have a bacterial infection. He had a parasite.
Oh, wow.
And so if you take an antibiotic for a parasite, it actually can make it worse. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Lovely. That's the way our lovely medical system for everyone, dogs and people.
Right? It's shit all around,
Yeah. Well, exactly. And then I got in trouble at work because
you just throw up your hands in frustration. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, and my boss's wife yelled at me. She was like, you are not covering your shift and da da da. And I thought, no, I just can't do it. So I've got all these people that I did accommodate them today. Some of them in my own private office, which we don't need to tell the bosses about because they might not like that either.
But you sound very tired.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm very tired.
Oh, I'm sure.
So what are you partaking in a little something just so we can get that out of the way?
Yeah, I'm going light. I just mixed a vodka tonic.
Oh, God. I just want to tell you, you're drinking poison. Dude, stop drinking it now. You're going to ruin yourself completely. I haven't drank in 2 hours. No. We're just talking about.
You're drinking half a cup of cyanide.
Yeah,
cyanide, goddammit.
You're going to regret this in the morning.
I mixed it weak.
I don't. Yeah, she did. It was 3 parts
more
vodka.
tonic than vodka.
Yeah, it was 3 part. No, she mixed the tonic weak. She forgot to say what part she mixed weak. Well, it was 1 part tonic, 3 parts vodka.
No. I had to do it weak tonight. So
okay,
it's all good.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know why, but that tonic water tastes like garbage too.
Oh, I hate that shit. That's horrible. Yeah, it does. It's bad. Yeah, no, I don't. Somebody told me, oh, it's really healthy. It's good. You should drink this shit. And they gave me a bottle of it, and I'm just like, Glurk. Oh, I can't drink this shit. You know,
just to finish up, we can probably go on to some other stuff now, but just to finish up what I was saying, just about like I said, I was earlier, like 6 o'clock. I was like, oh man, I should go out and grab a beer, and I didn't want to because I have my improv thing tomorrow, and I know I'd feel like shit, and it's a long story. But the same old story. It's a very common same story about most of that kind of stuff. But now that I've actually did not, there's this, like I said, now I'm like, oh, thank God I didn't go out and do that. Like I feel good about it because urges are weird.
Sense of accomplishment in a sense, because you kept your promise to yourself, right?
Yeah, sense of accomplishment, but also like urges. If it's one thing I've learned as well is urges don't last that long if you push past them. Like you think, oh, it's going to be I'm going to be battling back and forth, but usually if you just get past the point, it'll go away for a while. Then it might come back.
I bet you if you look up on YouTube, there's something called urge surfing.
Surfing?
Urge surfing.
What is that?
okay.
So it's basically like, just like you said, that urges will last for a certain amount of time, 30 minutes, hour, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So you kind of like, in a sense, you kind of surf over them in a sense, instead of
you
letting
ride
them
it
take
through.
over. Instead of letting them take over.
Yeah, it's like a bad high.
Yeah.
Well, I got something. It's
like
on
a bad high.
I want to say one other thing, and then I want to say for people out there, I think this is a big problem. Is I mentioned that the person that in my family who had a issue, and it was really bad in terms of that. But this is a thing about anything. One of the big problems I think that people have with addiction is that they worry about things they can't control. And they worry about things that are not their problem. Like my brother's issues with this are not my fucking problem.
Right.
They're not. There's nothing I can do about it. I can't. If he does decide to, whatever.
There's nothing you can do.
There's nothing I can do. So it's, in other words, I can't, even if what if he does this? Well, what if he does? I can't.
Yeah.
It drives you. That drives you toward it too. It drives you toward that relief, because obviously you have a couple of drinks and you're like, hey, fuck it, I'm everything, blah blah blah, because
everything's going great, everything's
or
fine,
everything's or not everything's going great, but you numb yourself to the worry. So I think a lot of it is just stopping worrying about things you can't control. And that's something I've been working on for a while. That's been my theme for the last year. So
that's always that's what I talk about a lot in counseling.
Yeah. So
about controlling your own stuff, and you can't control anybody else's stuff.
And then worrying about it just drives you to the things that make you want to numb yourself from it.
Yeah. And worry doesn't add one iota to your life.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Well,
so,
I went a little biblical there, but
yeah.
Well, I think some of it too is that I think that we kind of distort those worries, where we worry about things that we maybe shouldn't worry about.
Yeah.
And somebody else has a totally different interpretation.
You have a good point there too, because distorting a worry is almost like you're worried about things that person's not even worried about.
Right.
And it's almost like you're doing the worrying for them.
Yeah.
So the person you're worrying about isn't even worrying as much as you are.
Yeah. Well, I'll go into it. I'm tripping out about certain like certain family members. Well, what if he relapses?
You're playing the what if
game, and then what if you what if he does? Like, but maybe he's not even thinking about it. Maybe he already, maybe it was 3 weeks ago that he started, whatever. I can't do anything about it.
Right. So, maybe this is me being always positive most of the time. is maybe he'll turn the corner and maybe he'll come to his own conclusion that he should stop doing whatever he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's
You never know.
And it's also but kind of an arrogance on my, or not arrogance on my part, but in a way like a control thing. Like
kind of, yeah.
Like I can't control it, so I'm
You're
like,
kind of arrogant, Cruz. No, just kidding.
Yeah, he's an arrogant fuck. Yeah,
it depends on what you're talking about. If you're talking about musical improv, yeah, I'm the best around. talk about dealing with my fucking emotions sometimes. It's up and down. It depends.
Yeah.
But it's a control thing. Like I can't.
Yeah.
I want him to do this, but it's also selfish too, because it's not necessarily about him. It's about stopping the anxiety in my head.
In your head,
if I just knew that he wasn't doing this,
right.
he would, and I would feel better.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. No, I dig that because I've been there on that end too, where you know, I'll worry about somebody, like you said, the person isn't even worried as much as I am, and it's like, well, fuck, it's about you.
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect example. Let me get, this is actually going to a different subject, but then we'll go on to your thing, Matt. But for example, I'm like, oh, well, I didn't call my mom about this because she called me and told me some stuff. I'm like, oh man, I didn't call her back. Oh man, and I'm worried about it. So I'll finally call her back. And she goes, yeah. Okay, whatever. All right, have a good day. And I'm like,
well, she didn't even give that much of a shit.
I was like, fuck you. Like, that's fucking, so like, you know,
that's hilarious.
And that's also the part of the thing about quote unquote taking a couple of days off. Like I would never say that I'm fucking sober, you know, because you know that's a process. But when you don't drink for a while and your head clears, you start examining yourself and what you do more.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Start looking at, instead of feeling sorry for yourself or being anxious about everything, I start going, how the fuck am I thinking this way? Like what the fuck? That's really stupid. Oh, really? Like tonight I'm going,
Yeah.
You almost had a moment there, and then you said no. So instead, you made a smoothie, and there
it was.
There you go.
Well, you know, I got something on the subject of drinking. Kind of long. Well, this is interesting. It seems like people like to make up shit about me, you know, like at the bar or whatever, like, and tell me I did things that I didn't fucking do.
Oh, now here. This is going to be interesting.
Okay. Well, and there's been a few situations. One was, this was, and this happened at a friend's house. Actually, we were over there, and there was one chick, you know, and as you all know, I'm a foot guy, so I was like rubbing this chick's feet. Well, then later, these people that were there, I see them sometimes at the bar. They're like, yeah, dude, you were like sucking her toes, bro. And I'm like, I fucking wasn't. Like, I would have remembered some shit like that.
Now, wait a second.
That's hilarious.
Wait.
Would you?
Would you,
yeah.
though?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Well,
hey, let me trust me. It would go into my jack bank. It would not go unnoticed.
It would go in my jack bank.
Yeah, it would go in my jack bank. So I would have known I did some shit like that. So
are you sure?
Positivo, man. Positive.
Right.
Something like that.
How long in the night? Well, that's the thing. That's what you think.
Hold on,
we
Mr.
call her and get
now the person whose house I was at told me straight up, you didn't do that.
Oh, I know, but I'm just joking with you. I'm being the preacher guy. Like, wait, you didn't know? Maybe you did.
Yeah, you know alcohol's bad for you. You know,
let me do it in the right voice. You know, the evil sin of the drinking. How do you know? How do you know, Maxwell, that you didn't take the devil's juice into your system? That you didn't take it didn't rot your brain that evening, and that you didn't start sucking on her toes like you were Satan in a Satan in an Asian massage salon,
providing a happy ending.
all right, guys, let's not go there. I just renewed my certification today.
Oh,
okay.
Okay, we said Asian massage though. Asian massage.
Asian massage, not American massage.
Yeah. What you do is
we were being racist. We weren't being anything.
Right.
Oh, are we gonna bring that out again? Playfully racist?
Yeah, well, at some point, I'm sure.
I think we're always playfully racist.
Yes.
Well, like, and then here's another one. Last night, I was at the bar. And this guy told this story. He goes, yeah, dude, that one time when you were walking to the bathroom and you accidentally grabbed this chick's tits and the boyfriend wanted to fight you and so-and-so stepped in. And I'm like, what the fuck? That doesn't even sound right. Like, no, because when I walk to the bathroom, my cane is in my right hand. and my other hand is down to at my side. You know, it's not up. I'm not groping.
You're never groping. Yeah, that's definitely something that you wouldn't do if you're going to the bathroom.
Yeah. So I'm like, what the fuck is this? So people will make up.
Well,
unless you
had been a very short girl.
And
yeah, she could have been Bushwick's sister or something. I don't know.
Bushwick's sister. fucking Middle Earth came and invaded our.
Wow.
Bushwick Jill.
Bushwick Jill.
Fucking
that's funny as fuck.
Frodo's wife. You know.
Yeah. Frodo. Yeah, she came in.
Yeah, but it's weird how people will. It's almost like they get amusement out of that, thinking that I'm just going to go, "Who did that?" And I'm like, "Wait, I didn't fucking do that."
Well, no, but you never know. Those devil PBRs, they don't stand for PBRs. They stand for
pretty blatantly ruthless, right?
Yes.
Come on, man. What's the game? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Come on, where's your what are you doing skills, man?
Pathetically borderline
racist.
Because you grab their tits.
Yeah, some guy told me I did that last night, and I'm like,
"What's the what are you doing game?"
What are you doing?
There's a game in improv. Usually they'll give you 2 letters, and somebody will say, "What are you doing?" And you'll say, like, if it's DX or DM, doing math.
Drinking methamphetamine. Yeah, doing math.
Crazy, whatever.
Drinking methamphetamine.
Yeah, like hey, you can drink.
You don't drink it.
Yeah, you
can. If you
can throw it
in a drink,
you can throw it into a glass of water or a Coke.
Well, yeah.
Like I know anything. Like I know anything about that.
All right.
Like GTR would be grabbing tits
regularly or something.
Regularly.
Like yeah, because sometimes what they'll do is they'll up it a little bit and give you 3 letters instead of 2. So the best one I ever saw,
palming boobies ruthlessly would be PBR.
Well, the best
rudely
palming
boobies rudely.
The best one was our improv guy, that ran the improv group out of here so many years ago. And so what was it? GCA. And he says, very cautiously articulating. And I was like, that was dope.
Yeah.
So
pretty cautiously articulating.
Very cautiously articulating.
VCA. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
See,
VCA. Okay.
VCA.
Yeah, PBR.
Yeah. PBR kicking in. We'll blame it on the beer.
Yeah.
But yeah, people will say I did shit that I didn't do, and I'm like, motherfucker, I remember what I did.
Yeah, you wouldn't like grab. Plus, like even if some guy's gonna try to fight you.
Yeah,
like you're not gonna
beat your blind ass, motherfucker.
Well, I think we know what we would do, and maybe I don't know. Sometimes it could be frightening if you hear a story and you're like, "No, wait, I didn't do that."
And then you go, everyone says, "Yeah, you did."
Yeah. It's like, no, I know I didn't do that because I know I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. Right.
So, yeah.
Well, that's the thing. It's like people will say you did shit you didn't do, and you're just like, "Come on, dude! I'm not that fucking drunk that I forget everything I did." You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you don't use drinking as a time traveling device.
No. Oh, I was drunk. No. I'm always fully aware.
No, one of my friends who was a former addict and alcoholic, he said, "Yeah, at the time, drinking was my favorite form of time travel." I said, "What the hell does that mean?" He says, "I would black out, and the next thing I know, I was doing something else completely different. I don't even know what happened last."
Blacking out. Yeah, that's
it's like that old movie, The Looker. I don't know if you remember. She's a looker. It's about that gun. They shoot that gun, and like 5 hours go by, and then they wake up and they don't remember what happened.
Interesting.
I've never seen it, but
I've never seen it either.
I'll take your word for it. But
but that's funny. So people like maybe it's like the legend of Maxwell Silverhammer.
Yeah, maybe.
It's like Paul Bunyan was a real person.
Right. Like, oh my God, do you know what Max did?
The legend of Maxwell.
Dude, Max, you were at the bar. You walked past this girl. You grabbed her butt and stuck your finger in it.
I've been told I did that too, by the way.
What?
Now listen, and you all know I'm not
Okay,
an
now
ass
we're
man.
getting.
Wait,
Now
what
this
are,
is becoming too much of a trend here.
Well,
yeah,
here's-
what are you doing?
What is it probing? Is it PBR probing butts randomly?
yeah, well, there was something where I was another thing at that friend's house again, and I was in the pool, and the next day, one of her friends said, "Oh, you stuck your finger in her ass," and I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "Yeah, you were fingering her ass, man," and I'm like, "Okay, first of all, I'm not an ass man." So
I don't know. PBR, like probing butts,
buttholes regularly.
regularly.
Relentlessly.
Relentlessly. No, trust me.
Yeah.
Well, that would
here's
have
the
been hard
thing-
to do
here's
anyway
the thing,
because
though.
she had a bathing suit on. So I
No,
mean,
but you can get around that easily.
Yeah.
You can get around
Actually,
that.
very easily. If it's
Yeah,
made
but
it.
but
Yeah.
here's the thing, and that's different because your hand was down by your waist, so you know that you could. It wasn't like you couldn't make the boob excuse this time.
well, yeah.
Someone actually said, "Hey, you were poking."
Yeah, you had your finger in her ass. This was about a year ago or
You
so.
have to do that though.
Yeah,
Like, how do they misunderstand that? Like, you can
I think
touch
they were just
someone
making
on the
up shit.
ass.
They probably just figure, oh, he's blind. He's not going to know any better.
Yeah, but you can touch someone on the ass and it can be misunderstood.
Sure.
I mean, if they're saying you're fingering it,
yeah.
Yeah, this
I
person
mean,
actually
that's
said,
that's intentional.
yeah. Well, this person actually said this shit.
Oh, I accidentally.
My finger just ended up in her
can't do
butthole.
that
It was the weirdest
accidentally.
thing.
Yeah, it's like my finger just ended there. Whoopsie.
Then I started, pulling on her sphincter like a lawnmower rope and causing her to fart and shit in my
Yeah,
fist.
you thought it was the filter.
Oh man.
It was like you felt the bubbles coming out, and you were like, "Oh, I can lean
Yeah,
up against it."
I was like Clint Eastwood with a fistful of shit.
Felt the bubbles coming out.
Well, she was drinking beer, man. She was drinking PBR.
Are you
Are you
feeling
sorry
lucky?
you joined it?
Wow.
She was drinking PBR. She was puttering bubbles ruthlessly, pushing bubbles.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
And you walked into something. Yeah. Now I've got wow. Before it was all about the overcoming addiction, and now it's about poking the butts. So.
Actually,
Thank you, Koala, for bringing us back to where we need to be.
Actually, what it is
Right.
it's plunging beautiful
Happy to help.
rectums.
Now all we needed some livestock in the backyard and ready to go.
Right.
Plunging beautiful
Throw 'em
rectums
in the
is what
back
it
and
was.
let the livestock-
Oh, that's our shit. Yeah, hell yeah. Throw 'em in the back and let the livestock fuck 'em. Yeah.
We still do need to write more lines.
We
to
do.
that song
We got to make actual lyrics. for the song.
because we have one line.
Yeah, procuring bakiyaki regularly.
Yes.
PBR. Or your vodka and tonic. I'm having a vodka and tonic.
You know what? Oh,
No.
and I have a story. I have a story because Koala was part of this, actually.
Oh dear.
Remember when we were on the phone like last week and I was like, who the fuck keeps calling me? They're blowing up my phone. And remember I said, oh, they sent me a text too. I was
Yeah.
like, let me get off here so I can see what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
So I did. Well, I read the text message and it was from a number I didn't recognize. And it said, hi, John, it's Torry. Remember me? And I'm going, okay. No John here. So then I checked the missed calls and all 3 missed calls were from this same phone number. And I'm like, this motherfucker's really trying to get a hold of John. So I called the number back. First of all,
you did.
of course I did.
Why would you do that?
Because it's me.
Well, wait. I mean, to defend Max.
Yeah,
a little bit.
I guess.
You know, if,
You
if
call
they
my
have the
phone,
wrong
fucker.
number, why keep trying to call and blow up your phone when you can just call them and be like, "Hey, there's no
Right.
John here.
No,
I don't know
see,
what you're doing."
That's
Right,
a difference.
But
I'd
that's
be
the
like,
thing. It wasn't like a one-time call. It was a
Didn't you
3-time.
text though?
okay.
What's that? What's up, Koala? What did you say?
Couldn't you text?
Oh, I was going to, but I called first.
Sure, but you want to hear what Tori sounds like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
wanna-
wanna-
exactly. Thank you, Louie. That's what it
Because-
was. I was
You
trying
don't
to
wanna
hear.
All right.
turn her down just
because
right away.
because
flat,
maybe
you
Tori
know?
was calling for just a John and not actually John.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So
Was she a hooker?
yeah. Well, here's the thing. It was one of those automated voicemails, where you don't hear the person's voice on the voicemail. So, which I guess are very common now.
Not a good hooker.
No.
Yeah, no, I'm a very smart one. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, they didn't answer their phone. So then I sent a text and I said, I'm sorry, there's no John at this phone number. And so I thought that was it, right? Well, then about a week later, matter of fact, it was this past week, I get this call. I recognize the number now because I'm like, that number, I recognize that number from somewhere. Where the fuck? So I answer it, and the guy says, and it's a dude. It's a dude. And he's like, hey, John, it's Torry. And I'm like, dude, you got the wrong number, bro. You texted me last week. Remember, I texted you back and said this is not the right number. He's like, oh, I'm really sorry. I guess I better take this number out. I'm sorry about that, man. I'm I'm like, that's cool, bro. Just so John's not here, So anyway, yeah.
So you could have said it was notorious.
Oh, I like it.
I'm confused though.
Okay.
Maybe I should get a beer.
Why are you singing the theme to Nightmare on Elm Street?
I don't know, because it was freaky. Like, hi Johnny, I'm your boyfriend. I'm your boyfriend now.
Nancy, I'm your boyfriend now.
Hold on. Koala had a question. She was confused. What's the deal?
So why, if you heard it was Torry last week on your voicemail, how is it a guy this week?
No, it was texting, not
texting.
That
was
texting.
Oh,
it was the text.
Yeah,
okay,
the text they said, "Hey, John, it's Torry. Remember me?"
I was thinking.
And then when I heard Torry's
Torry
voice
is actually a very girlish name.
Yeah. Well, that's what.
Yeah,
I would have thought a woman.
Not. This is 2023, bro.
Yeah, you could have Torry the Tranny. So
yes, I'm sure that's.
So that's why I was like, okay. Well, I was just as surprised as you guys were when I heard a guy's voice go, "Hey, John, it's Torry," and I'm like, oh, okay. Hi, Torry.
Torry,
no John here.
Torry the Tranny.
Torry the Tranny. He walks around in panties and wants his fucking picture all day.
It's the theme song to Torry the Tranny show.
Torry the Tranny. We got a new one now. So it's Torry the Tranny. He walks around in panties and wants his pecker all damn day
long. Yeah.
Oh my.
Torry the Tranny, he smack you on the fanny, poke you in your butthole too. Hey.
Hey.
No, that's Max.
Yeah, I'm the butthole poker.
Oh, snap.
Torry and Maxie, they're all just relaxing inside a pool on.
He's like, hey, don't get me involved in that.
Yeah, I'm not sticking my finger in your butthole.
Maxie and Torry, they're all just telling stories.
About things they used to do back in the day.
About livestock sitting in the backyard.
Oh, we can tie them in. Tie them in together.
Tie them all in.
tie them all together.
Actually, I think with that one, it's put it in your crack and let my finger fuck it.
I don't know if that plays very well.
Put it in your butt and let my finger poke it.
Wow.
All right.
If I were sucking on your feet, I'd be stroking.
So, no, I have to ask you though, what is it about the feet?
Well, I have a huge foot fetish. I always have.
No, I know that, but what is it?
You know what I think? And I think this may be, I would always blame the blindness, because as a sighted kid, you could look at a magazine and see ass and titties and things where I wouldn't see those things unless I was intimate with a woman. Whereas feet, you could run around and just be touching some naked feet,
well, unless you're groping chicks at the bar.
Well, right. I was gonna say you have a reputation.
Well, the bar came much later. This is we're talking about childhood now.
It's the sound. It's maybe the sound of like certain types of shoes and flip flops and that kind of stuff.
It's just it's the bare foot. It's the naked foot, and it's like, ooh, that's a naked part of a woman's body. Yeah,
No, but some people really. So, I mean,
it's a major thing. Foot fetishes are big in any community. I mean, I don't get it. I'm not there, but some people are.
Well, my mother has apparently very attractive feet. Like she could be a foot model.
Really?
And
okay.
Yeah. So
sorry, don't mean to sound too interested.
Max getting excited over
Fucking Christ.
I'm not telling you where she is.
Really? When can I come out there?
And he likes them older too, I think, right?
Yeah. Oh wait, I wonder if her name is Torry.
Oh snap! Oh
Yep.
no!
Yep, it is. I had her call you. No.
Okay, so she has attractive feet. Are there people that gawk at them, or what's the
Gawk?
Well, I don't think they gawk, but people have made comments, when she wears sandals and things like that. They always comment about how pretty her feet are, and I've always wondered about that. Why do some people find feet attractive? So I don't know.
I mean, I guess that would be my reasoning. That's the only thing I could come up with. It seems, like, hey, I'm blind, so the first naked part of a woman that I've touched was her feet. So maybe that's what could have been. That's the only thing I could think of.
Well, mine are just abnormal because I have like a size 5.5 foot, and no woman has that size foot anymore. So I could see why somebody might find that interesting, but I've always wondered about the foot fetish.
Well, if you remember the EHC days,
I do remember.
So and as a matter of fact, you and I were giving a one of the counselors. No, it was the Hogan chick, Kim. We were giving her a foot massage in the pool. We were double teaming her. It was pretty cool.
Double teaming. Whoa.
Okay. I don't remember it that way.
Oh no, I remember both because we both were rubbing her feet. I was like, "This is kind of jackums, guys."
Let's just get back to alcohol abuse and broken families.
No, this is more exciting. Matter of fact, this might end up in my Jack Bank later. We'll see.
Okay.
Oh God.
All right.
Okay. Well, she was a lot bigger than her feet.
Oh yeah,
that's all I can say.
But she had some what I call now. See, you guys are wow. All right, you made me go here. She had some fumplings. I call them foot dumplings. Those are like the thick feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fumplings.
She had some fumplings, man. They were chewable. I would have loved.
Hold
them.
on, guys. I need to go to the convenience store.
Yeah, you sure? No. You sure? You're like the guy on Airplane. I think I picked the wrong day to quit drinking.
Yeah.
Just don't order Wendy's.
No.
Wendy's.
Don't do that.
2 in the morning. That's funny. Yeah, that's what I get buzzed and order Wendy's at 2 in the morning. Wake up and go, what did I do? I just stuffed off like fucking. Then you go to sleep right afterwards. That's the worst. You get buzzed and then you eat and you go to sleep.
And fall asleep.
Worst thing you can do. For yourself.
I just remember the time we were out there. We ordered Taco Bell. Remember?
And I was all pissed. Yeah. Yeah. That was That's funny. Anyways,
Taco Bell's rough.
Yeah, especially at 2 in the morning, and then you just go to sleep after drinking some.
And you pay for it the next day.
Like, oh,
my asshole's in pain.
No, it's more like it just doesn't digest because you're laying down. It's like you wake up and it's still there. It's like a ball of fucking food in your stomach. You're like,
oh yeah, hell yeah. Well, we used to. I mean, there was times we'd be out here and we'd order pizza. Remember?
Oh yeah. That was my thing. Anyways, what else we got? Let's,
that was yeah. All right. I think we should go back to feet.
So
go back to fumblings.
Yeah, let's talk more about fumblings.
I'm just trying to see how like why people think that do they think your memory is all fucked up that you won't remember shit from like hey
that or that you're well, I think it's a combination of two things. One is that you've been drinking, plus you're blind, so therefore you must be stupid too. And anything I could tell you. I told you the one
double
story.
Blind drunk.
Yeah, the blind drunk. Well, I told you the one story when my buddy Chino one time was like, "Hey man, if you ever need someone to get your back, you let me know." And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about, dude?" And he's like, "I heard what happened." And I'm like, "What do you mean? What happened?" He's like, "That time when you came in here at 1 in the morning, man, and you got in that guy's face about your money." And I'm like,
what?
Right. Like, could you even picture me?
No.
First of all, Max being up until 1 in the morning.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
That's barely happening at all, especially if he's already been,
if I've been drinking.
You're not going to go to the
runner.
runner.
And who had your money?
Yeah.
All right.
And the person who has my money is probably the bar. No, what happened was Chino had this friend who was a bit of a moron, and he thought it would be funny to tell this story about me. Yeah, man, Max came in here and got in this guy's face and said, "Where's my money, nigga?" And I guess, it was a whole thing. I was like,
could you?
That ain't me. I was like,
how the hell are you gonna know where's to get into somebody's face? Like you're gonna walk him in his
or how do I know he's even there?
Yeah, you're gonna walk up to him
like tap,
turn him around. Yo,
that's that motherfucker right there. Hey, where's my money at?
Yeah, because I'm
that
cruising
would
down
actually be kind of scary.
Cruising down the street in my GTO.
Yeah, no, it's a GTI. Goddamn it, get right. GTI.
It's not B sick. It's Pimpin' B, like old
B, man. Oh yeah.
And you're wearing glasses again and shit. Like yo, and you tapping him on the shoulder. Then where's your face? You grab his face. You turn around.
I dug up my black locs. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go up in this motherfucker. And ain't now motherfucker gonna be breathing when I'm leaving.
Might be 1 a.m. here, but it's fucking beat the ass down time to me.
Yeah, I'm a 40-year-old triple OG.
Yeah, that's
gangster.
another thing. I was well into my 40s by then. So it's like, yeah, I'm like what the fuck?
Yeah, give me let me down that PBR and let's go beat somebody's ass.
And like I'm gonna get in some totally
I got a 40 a PBR, motherfucker.
I'm gonna get some completely sighted guy's face and talk shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, people, I don't know why if what they're getting out of that.
You're talking shit to the back of his head. It's like fuck mother.
Oh shit!
Look at me, motherfucker! Oh wait, shit! No, he's got his head turned.
Now we're being playfully ableist.
Max, you're talking to the pillar in the middle of the room.
Oh my bad. Where'd this motherfucker go? Where'd he go?
Come back! You're all clicking your mouth.
The pillar owes me some money too.
Yeah. I'm gonna kill him behind the pillar.
That's why they remembered you.
Yeah, well, maybe so.
They call you B Click because they know. Oh shit! Do you hear that?
That's him looking for you.
Oh shit! He's looking for you, man. Run, dude! It's B Click. Dude, he's after you, bro.
Well, I think sometimes people. Well, sometimes people are full of shit.
It's a legend, man.
Of course.
Basically,
but no, they are. But I think sometimes people exaggerate your
abilities.
Your situation at the bar because they're ashamed of theirs.
Oh, that's interesting. So they want to make you look dumb, because you're an easy target, I guess, to you know what you did compared to what I did. I mean,
exactly.
Shit myself.
Like if they're uncomfortable, and it's not always if they've done something bad, it's if they're uncomfortable. And so they just blow it out of proportion. I don't know if that's true, but
that's the most rational explanation I can think of for something like that. You know what I mean?
I think it's just, I don't know. Maybe I guess like the first, it seems to be like, I thought it was like a one-off, but you got the grabbing the boobs, you got the poking the booty.
Right. I'm doing all kinds of sexual shit.
You're fucking just putting fingers in people's buttholes and stuff like what
right. It's always stuff that's it's almost like maybe they think it's like, boosting me up, like, yo, man, he needs a little booster. So
he gets drunk, he becomes a sexually harassing gangster with a foot fetish.
Well, that's it. Here it is. I'm just, I just go around and
where's my money, bitch?
Where you got my money?
You better give me my money. Your girlfriend's taking off her shoes right the fuck now.
But the funny shit,
don't make me smack Torry around.
Is the fact that the guy
Torry the Tranny,
he's gonna pull out his jammy.
Torry the Tranny with his toe jammy. It's whatever. Her toe.
It's
her.
It's a tranny called
they,
it.
Them. Good. Kids, Kit. I heard that one. That's a new one.
Kit?
Yeah, Kit Self or a Cat Self. There's also Moon Self.
Moon self.
What?
Oh, you're a moon person now?
Yeah, that's the there's a whole bunch of different ones.
What a
Well,
moon?
you've heard,
I'm
moon
like,
self.
that's on some hippie shit. I think like I'm part of the
I don't even
No,
know
it's
what that
it's
is.
narcissism. It's I'm special because I'm a cat person. Same people that think they're like cats and shit and dragons. Dragon self.
Damn. Wow.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, we have.
Don't you remember a time when it was just boys and girls?
Yeah. And even that song.
Could we just go back to that again?
That would be just too normal, I think.
No, people wouldn't be specified. They wouldn't be non-binary, which is impossible because you can't be non-binary, because if there's non-binary and binary, guess what that is? Two things. It's a binary. If you have two things, like if a boy girl is one thing, well, I'm non-binary. So what is the opposite of non-binary? Binary. Well, then you're binary because you're not.
That's getting too deep
So
for me, man.
is moon self like a moon child? Because
what does that mean?
It just means that they identify with the moon or something like that. Or,
somebody called me that at work.
Or two spirit is another.
Oh, somebody actually
last week.
What? Somebody called you that?
Yeah, they said you're a moon child.
What the fuck?
And I thought, huh?
I'm being followed by a moon child.
Right. Moon child. I mean, yeah, I wanted to break into Cat Stevens, but I didn't do it. Thank God, because
let me see
that wouldn't be good.
Oh, shit.
Cricket for a moon shadow.
Is that the same song? Wait, that's the Lose My Eyes one, right? Oh, man, shit. I think that might have been where they were going.
Land.
If I ever suck your toes, you know my pecker is on bone.
I'm poking in your moon shadow.
It is your moon shadow.
Moon shadow. I'm poking.
Damn. Wow. Shit.
Oh boy.
What were you looking up?
Yep.
You looking up something, Cruise
I was
Control?
going to look up moon self, see if I'm actually full of shit or not.
What is a moon self? I'm curious to know too.
Let's see.
I think it's got to be the same thing I'm talking about, because I don't know why somebody said that.
The neo-pronoun guide, understanding neo-pronouns. Holy shit, I'm not joking. Using a person's correct name and pronouns is essential to affirming their identity, which is complete
him and
bullshit.
her. That's all the pronouns I need.
Yeah, no, but this is crazy. Using a person's correct name and pronouns is essential to affirming their identity. No. It's not anybody else's job to affirm an identity. Your identity is affirmed to yourself.
That's on you. Yeah,
Neo-pronouns express our society's diversity. Here's what to know about neo-pronouns. Woman claims her gender identity is moon self. Yes, 5 days ago. Not male or female, but moon self. The trend of non-binary gender identification started with the widespread use of the pronoun. That's people who lost their shit. They're all narcissists, man. And that's what affirming identity is, because narcissists don't have a strong sense of their own identity. They need others to affirm it for them. And that's why they need these fucking pronouns.
I don't know if it's a PBR, but that just sounds way too fucking out there for me. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
It's like I said, it's 5 days ago from moon self. That's what she's
moon self. Okay.
Yes. Because she wants to be special, and she wants everyone to affirm her specialness, so that because she can't really affirm it herself because she's a.
Well, people are affirming my identity. Here I am. I'm this fucking blind dude running around grabbing tits and gangsta and all kinds of shit.
Grabbing tits and poking shits.
Yeah, and
But you've got a better identity than I do if I'm a moon child.
Well, yeah.
No, she's actually a moon self. She's part of the moon.
The moon self?
Yes.
A moon child.
See, yours is better.
Did you ask for any clarification when this person called you that, or were you just kind of like,
No, because I was in the middle of a session, and I was treating somebody's shoulder. So I just said, okay, you know what? Yeah, absolutely. And I just went on with it.
Maybe there's healing power in the moon. I don't know.
Feel discomfort with their current gender, and person should call themselves moon self. See what it says. It says, according to only 2.5 of Americans adults are diagnosed with body dysmorphic. Yeah, now it's like 20% of kids. So obviously there's something fucked up. Not male or female, but moon self.
Body dysmorphia.
Yeah.
I mean, no, the moon it's up there.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean,
damn, you're an
astrologist.
Max seems to have a question about body dysmorphia. The only thing that I can say about body dysmorphia is, I guess you'd have to kind of be a sighted person to actually realize this, I guess, in a sense, because even I can't really see myself in the mirror.
Is that when you anorexics really think they're fat?
Yes, exactly. That's one version of that. Yeah.
Okay.
So like you can look at yourself in the mirror, see whatever it is that you see in the mirror, but yet you feel like, nope, that's not really me. Nope. It's really not. I'm not really if it were me,
your image of
if
yourself
it were me,
is
and I have a guy's face, right? But I tell myself, no, I'm not a guy. I'm a moon self or whatever the heck.
Well, here's her reasoning. They've actually got her reasoning here. This is her reasoning, and this is what I'm talking about. It's complete narcissistic bullshit. Recently, a woman on TikTok claimed that her gender identity is the moon. She explained that she wants space from society and feels that this aligns with her gender identity the most. Additionally, she stated that the new pronoun neo-pronoun is cool and makes her feel unique.
There we go. There's the unique thing.
Yep, unique.
I'm special.
I mean, I want space from society too.
Yeah. But what's really insane, okay? What's really insane, I was just kind of thinking of this. We're all special in one way, shape, or form, right?
Yeah, of course.
And the one thing that separates us apart is our DNA. If you want to be special, just tell yourself, you know what? I have different DNA than anybody else.
Yeah.
Exactly. I have to, or 99.9% of people don't have the same DNA.
Right.
There's a chosen few that have.
Yeah, my DNA is unique to me. There we go. But
correct.
But see, they're not thinking about that. They gotta DNA is
unique. I mean, we're like, what do they say? It's kind of a stupid saying, but it says we're like snowflakes. There's none.
There's that term.
None exactly the same. None exactly.
But that's kind of the dichotomy or whatever you want. The circular thing about it is, since everybody is unique and we're all individuals, that means none of us are actually special because we're all unique. None of us. There's not.
Oh, so everybody. Yeah, I got you.
These people want to be unique, but they want it to be unique in terms of their own. They are so different and magical. But if everyone is unique, then no one is special because we're all unique.
That's it. We're all
just individuals. So basically, we're all the same. But no, these people and here's what I meant by the binary. There's calling yourself non-binary categorizes everyone as binary or non-binary, thus creating a binary system which makes you binary again.
Oh my god,
dude, that sounds like
no, but that's hilarious, dude. But that's
it's true. That's true. That
makes perfect sense because they're dividing themselves into two things, and that's what a binary is. It's two things. So if there's a non-binary and a binary, those are two things. So calling yourself
they are binary.
Yes.
Wow. Damn.
And it's funny. It's all this body dysmorphia stuff and going into that. No one's going out and saying, "Wow, you're dyslexic." I'm not dyslexic. You're anorexic. You're anorexic. You believe that you're really fat and you're actually going to die. But you know what? This is your experience and this is your lived, and you identify as that. So we're not going to do any. We're going to support your anorexia by not feeding.
Right.
You.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
I can't remember if I told you guys this story, but my friend, excuse me, she was a size 0. And extremely anorexic. And she came in and saw me to get a massage. And she said, "Oh, you look great." And I was a size 6 at the time. And I thought, how do you see yourself as fat when you are emaciated? And I'm 6 times bigger than you are. So I mean, it's
and the interesting thing is she told you look great, meaning you had more weight on you.
She saw it as that.
But that's what but body dysmorphia is not about anybody else. It's about like they could probably be judged
themselves.
Yeah, they can probably judge other people and say, "Oh, that person's perfectly what." Then they look at themselves and go, "Oh, I'm too thin." But
I'm too fat. So in their mind, they see themselves
you're thinner
as
than them, and yet you think you're bigger than them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like
that's
mental illness.
Wow, that is a mental illness.
And there's no difference between that and thinking you live in the wrong body. I'm just gonna say,
guys, I had to get another drink.
I'm going to be doing that in a minute, guys. I'll be doing that in a minute. I'll be getting a drink, taking a piss, and
it's just our world is accepting of this so much shit.
This time I have Canada Dry.
Oh, dude!
Oh my goodness!
Ale.
Nice
and ginger ale.
A little ginger ale for you, huh?
I'm Oregon Dry tonight, so
Oregon
Dry. No, but even in that article, they're talking about if people can identify with it as whatever they want, as long as it's not hurting anybody else, and that's complete bullshit because it does.
No, because it is.
It's
how is
causing
that not
people,
hurting anyone else?
It's normalizing mental illness, and that's what's happening. Right. People love to have everybody now, every kid these days, has some kind of fucking thing. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
and when you go, oh, it's just them being them, you can it's normalizing these fucking behaviors that's destructive.
Yeah. And actually you're if you misgender somebody, oh man, it's your balls. You know?
those
and what you're doing too is you're stopping the possibility of helping them. Because if you have a truly ADD or somebody that really needs help or really doesn't need help and they're mismedicated or they're over medicated or they're not medicated. We're just letting them be as fucked up as they are, and we're not helping them.
Yeah. That reminds me. There's a movie on Netflix.
Celebrating it. We're celebrating it as special. They're amazing because of this now. It's not. Oh, they're amazing because of this. It's not that you're just having issues with your gender identity or feeling body dysmorphia. You are you're wow.
Well, you know what? All of us here are visually impaired, and we got sort of treated as special too.
Yeah,
we did.
Yeah,
we did, but we didn't like
our
it.
Own little.
We didn't like it.
I know, but it's almost like when you were a kid, though. Were you kind of like, wow, I'm blind, but I'm still kicking ass. I'm still doing this. I'm still doing great at this.
I mean, you know what? Honestly, I didn't even know I was blind until I went to school, and kids would go, "He can't see. He's blind," and you're like, "What the fuck? Why is this?"
No, I hated it.
Yeah,
I hated it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I hated when kids would do that. It pissed me off. I was like,
yeah,
fuck. Well, I'm just trying to fit in and be one of the kids. I don't want to be. He's blind. He can't see. He's blind. Matter of fact. There were a few times my mom used to send me this place called First Christian, which was like a summer program type thing.
Camp.
And it wasn't really a camp. It was like during the day, so that they could pick you up at night or whatever.
Yeah.
So there was a few times where I was like, Mom, I don't want to go there. And she was like, well, why not? And I'm like, because all the kids do is talk about me being blind. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
It's like it actually, No,
well, I think the difference is that back then, it'd be the difference if it was like, because I think that's what's going on now more than it's like, you're blind. Wow. Like back then it was like, you're blind. It was almost like
he's different.
Yeah. It just seems like now it's more like people want to be blind now. There are people that are actually saying,
I don't know. I had a different experience, I think, because I'd go to these piano recitals or things, and I'd be like this blind kid who could play the piano, and they're like, "Oh man, that's cool, man, that he knows how to play without even reading music," and they make a big deal out of it.
Yeah,
still kind of do even now, but I don't pay attention to it anymore. Right. But back then I was like, yeah, I am pretty fucking awesome, aren't I? It kind of got to my head a little bit when I was a kid because I was like, yeah, I am doing it without reading music. I am listening.
Hey guys,
to
I'm gonna go on mute real quick because I got to piss and I'm gonna go.
Yeah, what else is new, man?
So you guys just continue talking. I'll be right back.
It's about that time.
So you like that though?
I don't know. I think I did for a little bit.
Yeah, because I didn't like it because I used to sing, and everybody thought and then I can play the piano and I can pick up an instrument and do all these things. And I didn't like it because I thought people thought of me as special because I was blind, and that bothered me.
Yeah.
So
I think in some ways, I think it's a mixed bag sometimes, because also when we would do stuff, like it's almost like the big fucking frustration about being disabled, truly. And I think that's why we're so frustrated with all this stuff, because quite honestly, dysmorphia and gender dysphoria, that they're mental illnesses.
They're creating it.
Well, they could
it's like they're doing it on purpose, right? And we didn't choose to be blind. We just happened to be. Right.
We also, but we also like it's like that time where you did do something like, yeah, I did do that and I'm blind. It's like, well, you hate having it pointed out that it's almost like we had this double-edged sword. Like
it was a double-edged,
because sometimes we'd be like, see, I did it because of like, but if you recited, it'd be like, yeah, I did that, Like it's almost like we hate having to try to prove ourselves, yet we also feel good when we fucking prove ourselves.
When we do prove ourselves,
it's like
exactly.
Fucking, but with these people now,
So I've always told this story about in the 7th grade, I went to a class to learn how to play the violin, and the teacher actually said, "I don't know if you can do this." Like he literally said, "I don't know if you can do this."
Wow.
And in my head, like now that I'm an adult. Now that I'm an adult, but listen, and now that I'm an adult, I can see kind of where he was coming from, because he was expecting me to read music and he knew that I couldn't do it. He knew I couldn't read music. I didn't have enough vision. I didn't have enough vision to read music, but he didn't know that I knew how to play by ear already. He didn't know that I could pick up an instrument and just start playing it. He didn't know all that. He just was like, I don't know if you can do this.
Yeah.
And before I took it as all right, motherfucker, I'm going to show you exactly who I am and what the whole proving thing, right?
Yeah.
And next year, he's like always talking to me like, all right, we're going to do this. I was part of the orchestra now, and I was like first violin and all this stuff. Like, and he loved me. He was like, hey man, we're gonna do this song. I know you'll pick it up. Don't worry about it. But he was on my side after that.
And it's a double-edged sword. Of would he loved you the same if you were just a normal kid who picked up the violin and played it? Exactly. You'll never know that. And
I don't think so.
That's the frustrating part about, and that's why it's so frustrating. I think a lot of us have issues with this whole a need to have some kind of disability now.
Right. Well, because it's like our shit is we just want to fit in.
Everyone has issues. Everyone has disabilities. Like that was my big thing. Big quote still a big quote of mine. Like everyone's disabled. My disability is just more obvious than most of other people's.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But now it's like you need that because it's a sign of it's like a badge of honor now. Like,
oh yeah.
Well, it's like the Bakayaki thing that we talked about a couple months ago. I don't want to have to require a service animal and to have people that just think, oh, yay, I can get one and da 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 da. It's really insulting.
Yeah. Well, or it's like, or people will say to you, you're lucky you get to ride, you don't have to drive a car, or you're lucky you get audiobooks, shit like that. I've actually been told, you're lucky.
Well, we always come back to this, but I guess it's just the same thing with this moon cell thing. And I think this is where I'm going. It's just like the need to be special is because everyone, like we wanted to be special because of the things we did, like without
our genuine
who we were, like as individuals.
Yeah.
Wow. What this chick is inserting it. She's forcing it. I'm moon self because she has nothing else.
I think Max was right. I think there's times where we did. That's all we wanted to do was just be normal.
Right. We just wanted to fit in. Yeah. We just wanted to be one of the kids. We didn't want to be, the blind kid, or some shit,
Right.
So, and here's the other thing, Cruise Control, you were saying earlier about, they want you to play along with their mental illness game. And that reminds me of this movie that's on Netflix. It's called Lars and the Real Girl. And it's about a dude who falls in love with this fake girlfriend, a blow-up doll. And everybody in the little town is playing along. I'm telling you guys to watch this shit. It's called Lars and the Real Girl.
Is it Torry?
Lars and Torry.
Lars and the Torry tranny girl.
No, it's actually in this whole town. You guys gotta see
Torry the tranny.
I'm gonna give you guys homework, I think, for the next show, and that's to watch
I think
Lars
we
and
need
the
it.
Real Girl. That shit.
And they humor her. They humor him instead of actually saying this is a mental illness, and they humor.
Right. Yes, they play right along. Well, how's Bianca doing? And Bianca was so nice the other night. And you know what it reminds me of, dude? Because Cruise Control and I have a friend who makes up girlfriends. You know, we've never met these girlfriends, but he makes them up. And so I was thinking, damn, this is like taking it to the next level. Like they're going, all right, fuck it, we're just gonna play into this and make it. And he does a whole thing where the girl actually gets sick. And they take her into the hospital. It's the blow up doll, by the way. And he takes her to the hospital and he does this. It's wild. You got to see it.
Well, that's actually a perfect analogy for what's happening now. This person says, well, I am a moon self. And someone goes, well, that's her identity. And so we have to accept that. And no, you don't.
Yeah.
That's not reality. You to accept that identity is to deny, like, oh, well, we have to because if we don't, then she'll be hurt and she, or he or she will be, or it, or whatever the fuck, Moon will be hurt.
It.
I say
them or they or whatever.
You don't want to be a man or a woman.
I say cousin it.
Be a thing.
But that's the thing. We're humoring these people because instead of we're humoring their disabilities, we're humoring their like how many people say they're autism and have no idea what the fuck it really is.
Oh, all the time.
Everybody's on the spectrum now.
I'm on the spectrum. I've got this.
We talk about this all the time. Obviously.
Not to throw my brother under the bus, but I'm not going to throw him under the bus. I'm actually going to kind of hype him up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, because he does not want to accept that he has autism, even though I know that he does.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's dope.
He's like, I don't know.
But this goes back into the thing we were just saying, where we just want to fit in, man.
And that's the thing. Does it really matter what it's called as long as you're a functioning? Like, does it change anything really?
No,
I mean,
absolutely.
How much does it
change?
Like,
okay, there's a debate. There's a debate in the mental health field. Some people actually believe that labels help because it's almost like, that thing that, let's just say depression. Oh, that thing that I'm actually feeling is not just sadness, it's actually depression. Okay, now I can do something about it. Now I can get maybe medication for it, or maybe I can get some therapy for it, right? and then some people are kind of like how I am. I feel this way, that labels don't help, and that most of the time you're depressed because your circumstances kind of suck. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because things are going wrong, and what you need to do is change your either change the circumstances if you have control over it, or change your outlook on the circumstance and say, okay, well, this sucks, but this is how I'm going to handle it. This is how I'm going to look at it.
This sucks. I worry about it. I'm upset about it, but I'm not going to go grab a beer because of it. I'm not going to go do this certain thing because of it.
It almost reminds me of I think we talked about this.
Learn about it and figure out how it works. Almost hack your own mind.
I think we talked about this not last show, but it was.
We talk about this a lot.
About a year ago, about the false positivity. Where people like, they're in a shitty situation, but they're like, yeah, man, I'm doing really good, and things are better, and they kind of lie to themselves. So I think the label is just that, man. The label is just some. Oh well, I'm going to rationalize why this is going on. Well, I am overweight, and that might be why I'm having some pain in my back or some shit, when you might have kidney cancer or some shit,
Oh, snap.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you went to
Well, I had an experience like that after my brother died, and I was having depression, and I went into the doctor, and he said, because everybody kept telling me, you've got depression. And I thought, no, I don't think I do. And I went into the doctor, and he said, no, you don't have depression. You are upset about
depressed. You're not
sensible.
Yeah.
So part of the DSM, where it defines what depression is, it says to exclude grief-related things like your brother dying, right? Because that's like a normal thing that you go through. Is
that's going to make you depressed.
Comes to, right. Yeah. It's going to make you sad. It's going to make you sad, but it's not part of the criteria for depression. So if you see that, that's why your doctor said, no, you don't have depression. Because if you see that, you basically say, no, you don't have depression. If things are going well, I guess, I don't know. My wife never listens to this show, so I can say this real quick. Throw it out there.
It's 2 hours in, so she ain't gonna go that far anyway.
It's 2 hours in. Yeah. So there was a time where she was actually depressed, and I thought to myself, I never knew what depression was, because I'm a very positive person. I don't get depressed. I get mad sometimes, like, oh, that situation sucks.
And you get sad sometimes.
You know, you get sad sometimes when the situation sucks or it's not going your way or whatever, right?
Right.
But then once the circumstances change, and I'm like, I'm back on top again, you know, I'm back at that level again. So I've never experienced depression per se, right?
Right.
And she actually did, and she got some medication for it, but a very light medication, not like severe, like strong medication.
Right.
But she would just like cry for no reason.
So she was actually having some clinical depression, is what you're saying.
Correct.
And that's what I think.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So
I think that's
there's a difference between circumstance. To me, there's a difference between circumstantial depression, like, hey, you know, I broke up with my girlfriend, so now I'm depressed.
I'm depressed, and that's understandable.
You're sad. It's normal to feel this way because things like that, you know, especially if they're long-term relationships, of course you're going to feel like this. That's not depression.
If you didn't, then you'd actually be more concerned about your
right. Like, wait, why aren't you depressed? You know, kind of thing.
So with my wife, I was like, why are you crying? What's going on? She goes, I don't know.
Oh yeah. Then that's
like
chemical.
she told me that.
Clinical.
She says, I don't know. She goes, everything is going fine in my life. I have you, I have my job, I have this, I have that. I'm fine. I don't know why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
I can't explain it. And that to me was like real depression. I've seen that with her, and I was like,
and
wow,
listen,
okay, so it does exist.
Oh, it does. It does exist.
I was very against medication. I was very against because I think that we're a medicated. I still think we're a medicated society.
Over medicated. Yes.
Oh, yes. But that's the whole point, because
but
we're
I feel like
people for sadness,
I feel like
not
if
depression.
there's right, but I feel like sometimes, like in that situation, maybe some little bit of medication will work on top of talk therapy.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. It has its place. You know what I'm saying?
And I think
it's kind of like the blind organization, you know, like the Centers for the Blind and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, in a lot of cases, I think they're useless, but there are some times where they actually come in handy, where for somebody who's newly blind or something. So there are positive, you know, there's a reason they exist, you know?
Yeah. And I think,
if people want to learn Braille, then where do you go?
Right.
You go to a blind organization that hopefully teaches it, right?
Right. But okay, like cruise control, when you and I were roommates, remember I was depressed about not finding work. It didn't mean I had clinical depression. It was the situation, like Louie said, situational depression.
But that's the difference. If people don't want to be sad, of course. They can't handle it. We have to have we're not supposed to be sad. We're also always supposed to be happy, which is bullshit. Just like anxiety is basically anxiety is necessary. When we were when we were running from the fucking lions, of course we're anxious. We could die any fucking time. But I think part of the difference is with that is that was probably a chemical, actually a physiological brain issue, and not a fucking mentality. Because I know people say, I'm so depressed. And it's like, well, your life is good. And then they just won't fucking admit it. Like, no, my life isn't that. But you have so much, and they'll take the good things in their life and they go, well, but then it's this and that. They
switch it to negative.
They switch negative because they want to be depressed, because then if they're depressed, they can blame, they can use that
blame outside forces.
I'm so anxious.
So in the theory that I subscribe to, it actually says, tell your clients you're choosing to depress. And that's very controversial. It's very like, whoa.
Yeah, you're choosing to look at all the negatives in your life.
But you're choosing to look at the negatives and never see the positives. Where are the positives? There has to be some positives. You live in America, for Christ's sake.
Well,
it's like when somebody gets a job. Like, and like I've known people. This happens.
Okay.
This one person, friend of mine. It's like it's people just are so negative about it. It's like she gets, oh well, I got a promotion. Well, you got a promotion. That's great. Yeah, but I have to do this and that. Like, but you got more money and you got the promotion you wanted. Yeah, but it's like, but you got the fucking promotion you wanted. But I got to do this and this. But
so it's victim bullshit.
Enjoy
Feel bad
it.
for me. You know?
But that's the difference. Like, I think with the difference with like the example with your wife is that she knew that her life was good. She knew that it wasn't like she was going, yeah, but she's like, I still can't help but feel like this because it's a chemical issue.
And she was able to pick out the good things in her life. Obviously, she said, "I have you, I have this, I have that." But I don't know why I'm crying.
Yeah, it's not. Oh, I have you, but I'm still. I could have this, or we could have a bigger house, or we could have this.
Right.
We could.
She wasn't doing that. She wasn't doing that at all.
No,
she didn't do that at all.
And that's the difference is that it's a mindset, and people don't want to admit that it's their own mindset, and it's like my worrying bullshit. That is nothing. That's not some clinical goddamn. Well, maybe I have general anxiety disorder, and no, it's my fucking ability to set myself a boundary and say stop, focus on something else, train your mind to stop worrying about shit you can't control. It's not
right.
Most of these people think, well, I can't. I'm worrying about shit I can't control. Let's go to the doctor and get Xanax so I don't have to worry.
But the thing is that what you can do to manage the whole like control issue is control the things that you can control.
Yeah.
Well, of course. Yeah. Well, that's easy.
Well, it's easier, but I mean, like sometimes it's hard to find out what the difference is between the things you can control and the things you can't. Like it's for some people who have like that control thing that you have.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to figure out, okay, wait, do I have control over that? Maybe I do. And it's like,
well, that's it. You think you have
really
control
telling
over
yourself the truth, then you'll say, no, I really don't have control over that. Okay, let me set that aside.
Or also like I said, with the alcohol, what is a way that I can make sure that I'm not going to be as anxious, even if I do have these control issues? How much more anxious are you when you wake up with a hangover than you are if you just don't do it at all? So if you do have these issues, what's going to make it easier to learn how to control them? That takes a lot of self-awareness. This is really good.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Some people lack self-awareness because they're like, this is what I do. I just drink. This is how I roll.
It's just part of the way it is.
Oh, I know people like that. Like I said, I know. Yeah. I know people like that, but also, like I said, it's like what's the best way for me to not get that general anxiety that causes me to worry about shit that I don't? What's a very good way? Well, that's certainly one of them. It's not going to make it better if I always tell my clients, and I think I probably said this on the show plenty of times. Yeah. Anxiety is a good thing. Having a little bit is good. It gets you off your ass and makes you go pay the rent. Right? It makes you go do things. Yep.
It makes you get off your ass and go do things, right?
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
it's that so it's kind of like almost like a you ever seen a parabolic curve?
I don't know what that is.
So anyway, it basically it just goes up and it comes back down.
Yeah.
So at the very peak where it starts to go back down, that's peak performance. You have enough anxiety to make you perform, to make you go do things. But if it's too much, then your performance starts going down.
So it's kind of a fight or flight.
Eventually you get paralyzed.
Is it a fight or flight deal? Like, where
it's actually fight, flight, or freeze.
Oh, okay.
Right.
We call it upregulating in the brain.
Okay.
Yeah.
So fight, flight, or freeze basically means this. Sometimes you're so scared or you're so anxious.
Freeze the fuck up, don't you?
You freeze and you don't do shit.
Yeah.
You just stay there, even though you're probably in danger.
Yeah.
You just stand there and you're so in shock, like, I can't do anything.
You can't function.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then of course, the fight or flight thing. But the freeze thing is the sorry thing because it's called I call it, and I think other people call it this, the paralysis of analysis. It's you're so busy playing the what if game. What if this happens? What if I do this? What if I do that? And what if this happens? And what if somebody else is going to do this? And what if this happens? And what if this happens?
Right.
That you don't do anything at all. You're just sitting there analyzing and not doing.
Well,
and that's where anxiety is bad.
Here's another
good.
here's another component to this now too, where somebody once called it the if demon. When you say, man, things will be so much better if I get this, or if soon as I get that, so they play that one too.
That's another addiction thing too. Oh, I'm going to stop doing this as soon as this weekend's over because I'm going to this party.
Right.
So for the next 4 nights,
next week, man, I'm sober all week. Fuck you.
And that is an if thing. Like the if is like, that's another thing. Like people can't accept, what is, because it might not be their ideal. Like, yes, they're happy with their house.
It's not your ideal.
Yeah,
right.
But that's the thing. You're never going to get the idea. That's a societal bullshit thing.
So it's like it's almost like the idea of never being happy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because I'll be happy if.
Yeah. Soon as this happens,
and then as soon as you get that thing, then you're like, I feel pretty good, but I'll be happier if. The next thing.
Oh, we got
you're just constantly not happy.
Yeah. Well, we got a mutual friend. All of us do. Well, except for Koala. I don't think Koala knows this person, but we know them. And they used to live with me for a while. But they used to say shit like that. Well, once I get online, this is gonna happen. Or once I'm able to get online, you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's about the I mean, that's the old saying. There's a reason why it's been a part of philosophy for forever is the present and now, and focusing on what's happening right around you at the present time.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Because otherwise, thinking about both the past and the future, a lot of times regretting the past and being anxious about the future is just missing the point entirely.
And really the key to feeling good or feeling happy or whatever you want to qualify it as is just being grateful for whatever you do have.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm glad I'm not living in a third world country.
Amen. You're not swatting flies in your face and thrown in the back where the livestock bucks you.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah. We all have our and a lot of it is, like I said, the notion that happiness is the norm when happiness isn't the norm. Happiness is the above, sadness is the below. The norm is somewhere in between. There's no normally I'm supposed to be happy.
Right.
Are you? Or are you supposed to be just, dealing with
at least content.
Content. Right? Yeah. You want to be content.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to go too biblical, but I'll throw something out there.
Hey,
there's a saying in Philippians chapter 4, and that's where you'll find it. And it basically says, it's Paul talking, and he says, I know what it's like to have plenty, and I know what it's like to be in want, like in need of things. And he says, and I've learned to be content in both situations. And I'm like, man, that is crazy. That's true. You got to be content in both situations.
Right. And like you say, there's want versus
whether it's dog shit. Well, whether it's dog shit, you're like just living on the streets or something like that. Still be content about it. Make changes. Don't just be like, oh, this is just the way it is. But
or become complacent.
Like, you know what? Yeah, don't be complacent, but be content about it. Because there's nothing worse than, you being in a situation that you don't like, and then you being so sad about it that you don't do nothing about it.
Yeah, I've seen that happen. Right? I know somebody personally that's what they do. They love being a victim. They love being able to complain. Matter of fact, if they didn't have misfortune, their life would suck.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying?
I do. They're almost content with being unhappy because that allows them to blame other people.
You got it.
And also allows them to feel like, because that's a part of our, a lot of things now too, is being a victim, and for some reason is considered noble at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, because I was actually talking to somebody about this person tonight earlier, and they said, well, I think because they're looking for a new primary care physician or something like that. And she said, well, the thing is, you actually have to they expect you to follow their regimen if you're going to, be a patient of theirs. And I don't see this person doing that. And because this person loves to have a pity party. And I said, you know what? You're right. That's kind of how they are. So they would be unhappy if they were happy.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
I know a lot of people like that. A lot of people that just like I said, like they just can't enjoy what's just been given to them. They have to find the things that could be better, or this. And it's just like, dude, you just got like you've been like I know, like I said, this person about a promotion.
Yeah,
they were yeah, no, but this other person that they were thinking about this promotion. They were, am I going to get a promotion? I've been waiting for a promotion for so long. They get the promotion, and I'm like, oh, you got the promotion. They're like, yeah.
So wait, now they were doing the if thing. Well, if I just get this promotion, my life will be perfect. Now they get the promotion.
No,
and
no, they wanted the promotion, but they got it, and they still couldn't just be like, hell yeah.
Instead, it's no. Let's find the negatives about it, and let's see what sucks about it.
And that's not that's the difference between like I said, the clinical stuff like that.
Yeah.
And same thing with
even that kind of goes to the whole idea of people not having great work ethic. They want the money, but they don't want to work for it.
Oh yeah,
like I got this promotion, but now I have to do more work. Yeah,
that's what a promotion is.
You have to do. That's what it's all about.
They're paying you more money because you're doing more work. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. You don't get paid more money to do the same work.
Right?
Nope.
That's crazy. Man.
Oh
well, that's our world, guys.
Yep.
We live in it.
What else is anybody? We got anything else to rail about?
That's pretty much it, man. As far as all that goes.
What about you, Koala? You came in late.
That's true. You came in late. We kind of like
bitch about. Or
No. I got it. Yeah.
You got it. You were able to come in here, relax, decompress a little bit. Hopefully your dog is feeling better.
Yeah. Is he doing better? How's his condition now? Is he?
No, he's doing better now that he was diagnosed correctly.
Yeah. Okay. So now he's on the road to recovery.
That's some scary shit right
there.
there.
Let me ask you this though, because he's obviously your guide dog. So when he was sick, he could not work, or what was his thing?
No, he couldn't work. I used the cane.
Okay. Right. So he stayed home. That had to be fucked up for him too, because he's probably used to going with you, right?
Right.
Yeah. It was not a happy time, but we got it under control.
Good.
Ooh, awesome.
Good.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. So as long as it's under control.
Yep.
And
he's on the road to recovery. That's the main thing right there, So.
Oh yeah.
How old is he?
He's 8.
Ooh.
Okay.
8.5.
So he's about 56. He's middle-aged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that even
middle-aged?
Does that even translate still, or where the hell did that come from?
It's not exactly
right.
Well, I think it's like what 7 years for every year.
That's what they used to say, right? But
that's what I'm.
Research has kind of shown that dogs kind of mature at their own speed.
Yeah,
and it's not
because I assume it's
always the same.
I assume it's like they figured some guy had a bright idea. Well, normally,
but we all 70. Do that. Like my dog's 8 years old also, and I call him 56. You know,
But the reason why
somebody tells you a dog is 12 years old, you're going, damn, that motherfucker's up there.
And the reason why you say
my
that
dog
is,
lived to 14, so she was super old, right?
The duck dog.
Yeah, the duck dog.
Well, I think the bigger ones, they
die earlier, right?
I think exactly.
Yeah.
So
well, that's interesting. But I think the reasoning is that some bride guy said, well, humans live to be 70, dogs live to be 10. 70 divided by 10 is 7.
7 years.
So a dog is actually every 7 years is 1 year to a dog.
Actually, that's probably
why does this guy have to have a southern accent?
Because he has to.
Because he does. Fuck you, man. Listen, are you discriminating against me because of my accent? I'm a scientist.
And not only that, but it sounds like he's missing teeth too. He says, "I'm a scientist." He's missing teeth.
Colonel Forsyth decided.
Hey man,
did you
I went through veterinary school, and I got no teeth.
Did you ever?
I sold my teeth so I could get through veterinary school.
Let Louie talk. What were you saying, Louie?
Yeah, have you ever heard of Bill Burr?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Bill Burr. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he talks about how he's like, yeah, every time I come up here and I want to do like a moron's accent, it's always a southern accent. He's like, well, could you imagine Einstein being up there saying, A equals AMC squared. And you're like, get out of here, you redneck. No, I'm telling you guys, I figured this out, man. Come on, E equals MC squared.
Would they take him seriously at that point, right?
Right.
It is funny because that is accent discrimination, actually.
Yeah.
Well,
Wait, Cruise Control, you got a little shit for that, right? In an improv group one time?
Oh, I got one today, actually. I should tell you this. I don't want to really bring it up, but what are you going to say, Jeannie, first? I mean, sorry, Koala.
No, it's okay. A couple of years ago down in Wyoming, I had a whole character, and I had, the Colonel has died, and I'm just the rest of my wits.
I love it.
The rest of my wits.
Well,
So,
anyway,
sounds like flow. Kiss my grits.
yeah. And so my brother was like, that is perfect.
well, it's almost like
Who's the Colonel?
You know,
I'm like, I don't know.
the dopamine infusion going in through the serotonin and the manifesto reticulum. You know, while I'm working on, please hand me the scalpel. We're going to go into the reptilium sector here and go be, we're going to go through a major physical time with a fragmentation to the remedy.
Well, what's funny is I live in Texas, so that makes it even funnier.
Well, yeah, because I'm sure you're around that. No,
I got one more sign of time story. I wasn't going to tell. I didn't know if I was going to say this today, but it's one of the reasons I was a little tense today.
Okay.
I had an email. We play a game in our improv. Well, we used to play a game, or we're changing it, called Confucius Say.
Okay,
I remember that game.
A one word game where basically where you go around the circle and each person says a word. Like the first person is Confucius, second person is Say, and it's like everyone says one word, like dogs. Like if we did it right now for
I see.
So I go Confucius, then Brett would say, or Max would say, then Louie would say the, Koala would say dog, and I'd say is, Max would say the, and it would just go around in a circle.
Right.
Well, I got to complain about it.
Let's do it.
Oh, somebody complained about it?
Yeah.
Why? Why would
because it was just derogatory toward Chinese.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Now here's the funny thing. Here's
This
the
is why
funny.
I don't join improv groups.
Well,
anymore.
you know what though? Honestly, the first time I ever heard of Confucius Say was from an Asian dude. So
yeah, and this person is not. But
Yeah.
But I have to, and then now that
Well, there you go. That's how it is too. They get offended for you.
Yeah,
I'm offended for you.
And here's the funny thing though, like they don't do that for Southern accents, for British accents, for Irish accents, for German accents.
There's only designated accents.
There's only designated accents, and none of them are for guess who? Anybody who's considered white.
White.
So
Yep, like you
you
said.
can do any accent you want to, as long as it's not Asian or Black or Mexican or Indian or anything like that, and they don't mind. You can. They'll do it. Oh, I love that accent.
Yeah.
So. But it's just so funny. So, but here's another thing. I have to kind of let it wash off my back, because as an owner of someone who's trying to own a business, it's not that I'm not going to take it hard and go, no, I'm not going to fight it. I'm just going to say I can change the game around and make it different,
right?
Because it's not that big of a deal.
Well, wait, why don't you make it like a redneck character? Like,
my idea.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, my idea is stoner, because the whole idea around it is not even stoner say. Like, well, I hate the game, and I don't hate the game, but I don't like the fact that the first two people always say the same thing.
Oh, right.
Always
Confucius say. Yeah.
So my idea was, and I'm going to fix it. So instead of getting angry and running her back and saying, listen, because I want to go, God damn it, you don't care about any of the other acts. You're hypocritical. It's all, the only reason you care is because of the fact that it's a different race. So you're the one who's actually being racist about it, because accents don't relate to race. What if you grow up in Asia and you've never spoken English in your life, and you talk like that and you're white?
Yeah.
You think if any of us grew up in Asia right now and didn't have didn't learn English, learned English as a second language,
right,
we would speak that way too.
Right.
Yes.
Nothing to do with the fucking race, but the person is putting the race involved there. So, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let it roll off my back and just adapt to it, because it's not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. So I came up with stoner. And stoner, because stoner is like when you smoke it, man, I got this great insight. So it's like it's gonna be stoner. You're gonna be talking to stoner voice, the dog is the best pet in the world unless you own a dragon. Whoa, dude, what a thought, and then instead of going, because at the end of that game, you go, yes.
Yeah.
At the end of the original Confucius. But at the end of this game, it's going to be whoa.
Hey, look, that's
So-
I like it. I like it.
No, what we need to do is next time we call the show Designated Accents.
Oh no!
Oh.
I already have an accent.
yeah.
Got
you
an
can
accent for you.
Do a Scottish
And
accent.
we
send
throw
me
those
this,
out.
or something.
I
do voices, I
have
don't
the
do
perfect
accents.
accent.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that was my shit. I was always doing voices. You know, that was I do improv.
But that's my point.
goddamn.
Yeah.
what-
So
Yeah.
but I guess the thing is, I instead of, and I'm going to work around it. I'm going to work with it. I'm going to alter it. So it's because if I get upset about it, it's not going to solve anything.
No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You know?
No.
So
No.
I'll work around it. But it's just so funny that people don't realize
That
like,
you
they-
have to, right?
because
Right.
they're the ones associating the accent with a specific race.
And man, remember,
Because I see a lot of white people that talk like quote unquote black people.
of course,
Mhm.
if you, well, again, like you said, if you grew up in the hood, there's
Yeah.
white guys that grew up
There
in the
are
hood that
white
sound,
people who grew up in the hood. No, come
yeah,
on.
there's white people.
No.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I know Joe
Come
Biden
on.
says otherwise, but you know, because smart people
Yeah,
are a lot better
but
than
that's
black
the whole
people or
point. The
whatever.
irony of it is that they say they're trying not to offend for racist reasons, but they're the ones who are being racist in their
Yeah,
in
they're
their
being more
association
racist
between
by doing
accents
that.
and races.
Well, it's funny. I don't know
Yeah.
who, I can't remember who said it, but they said, you know, sometimes people will say, yeah, man, he called that dude the N-word. We all know who you're talking about.
Right, we know
Why
what the
don't you
word
just
is.
say it?
You're being secretive or
Yeah.
Actually, Louie, I want to send you a song, man.
Okay.
I wanted you to hear this song by a guy named Graydon Square. We actually interviewed this dude years
Oh,
ago.
is that to do with the Martin Luther King thing on your Facebook?
No, that's another guy we interviewed.
That
at
was
one point.
really good, man.
But yeah, that was good,
love
huh?
that.
Wasn't that
That
cool?
was really good. Yeah.
But that was a
awesome.
Morgan Freeman situation. But
That was really good.
that was something else. Okay, no, this is another song. The song is called The N-Word, actually, and it's
Okay.
the guy's a black dude, and
Yeah.
you know, he's talking about that. But anyway, yeah, fuck, dude. Well, hey,
I think that might have been where Martin Luther King's kind of in the middle saying some stuff.
yeah, well, it's that kind of thing too. It's where you're like, whoa,
Yeah, that's the one. I think you posted it on Facebook, didn't you?
yeah, where he was talking about in 2023, you know, 2022, do we need Black History Month, or 2023, do we need
Yeah.
Black History Month?
No,
Yeah,
it's all
that's the
divisive.
one.
That's all
That's the one.
divisive bullshit, man.
Yeah,
Now-
of course
now-
it is.
It's divide and conquer. It's always divide and conquer.
Yep, it always is, man. So
Yep,
that's like these people are falling for it, and they think they're the ones who are more
Yep.
sensitive, but they're actually buying into it more and causing more of it.
Yep.
'Cause
More
now I've got to
division.
worry about it, and you know,
Yep.
just it's crazy shit. But you know, like I
On
said,
that note,
on that
fuckers,
note, I'm actually, like I said, I feel really good. I'm just saying, I think it might sound like a really small thing to do, but you know, I
not.
overcame an urge tonight, and I'm not gonna
It's
lie,
not a small
I
thing.
was literally
No,
gonna
it
get my
isn't.
shoes.
And actually, hey, you know, I obviously didn't, and
No,
Koala,
but we don't have no.
you know what I'm saying? You know
No,
what
but
I'm saying?
my point is that's not, you don't feel, if you felt you had a problem and still did, you know, then that would be a different story. But I felt I had a problem and I was still going to do it, and I didn't. So I feel
Right.
it's a
Hey, it's
Yeah.
cool, man.
good thing. So
That's good.
I'm not, you know, not taking like, no, it's the most amazing thing ever, but it's something that I
You
did
know,
to step. And
If I did it, I would have been Maxwell Soberhammer, but in this case,
yeah, I am
Hammer,
actually
hammer.
tonight. The name Cruise Control actually kind of fits.
yeah, I like
There
it.
you
Not
go.
Maxwell Soberhammer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's like I am Cruise
And-
Control.
And I'm still Louie Loke because I've always loked in the head.
Go ahead again.
And I'm Maxwell Soberhammer.
And
And
I'm Louie
Koala.
Loke.
Damn.
We suck. All right, let's do it again. Let's one more time. I'm
Yeah,
Cruise Control.
y'all walked on her,
All right,
man.
here we go.
Okay.
I'm Cruise Control.
I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
I'm Louie Loke.
I'm Koala.
Hey.
That's the story there,
Bitches.
See you, fuck, man. We fucked that
God,
up.
I need a beer.
We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred.
With Maxwell Silverhammer.
We are nothing sacred. With control. We are nothing sacred.